was gonna say, that's kind of par for the course. I mean, technically they left their door open. That's on them. Did we though? Did we though? They left the front door open. We just mostly broke into a bedroom. Mm. Ah, 'cause robot friend. Fair point. Just Zawarudo, what is happening? What is going on? Why can't we move? You're probably wondering how you got here.
Well, you see, it all starts with a Clark bar.
For some reason, my brain took the first part of what you said and replaced it with Klondike Bar, and I'm like, that's not even close. Let's see. Ah, yes. The socials have been put up, which means we must shout out the peoples. This is important.
Yes.
There you go, Vaughn.
You have no idea how long I have actually been, like, holding on to certain things for this shit.
Just
I'm a
heads up,
DM. I'm aware about how long-term stuff will be.
We are definitely in danger. I see.
I wouldn't say too dangerous.
You know-
Sir. Go ahead, you're good.
I was just gonna say the fun thing is because I have a couple campaigns I'm doing long form, but only meet for 1 month out of the year. Technically, I have stuff that is has been in motion and will be in motion for like 5 years. I cheat
Awesome.
though, but I do it.
Christ.
That was not a pet.
Fuck you. Fuck you. It was going to be a pet.
I just love that default. It's Bob like, no, it was gonna be a pet. I'm talking about the mimic. Everyone, we were talking about the dog.
Both are applicable.
That mimic was going to be the first step in a giant multi-level mimic hive colony that was going to see me as Papa.
I deadass thought you were gonna
Hey.
say mimic high rise, and I'm like, I'm sorry, you're gonna
That
charge
too.
people rent?
Here's
That
the thing
too.
though. Why did you not do it the first time around?
Because I wasn't at that fight.
Pretty sure you were.
Yeah, you were at that fight. I think Belky wasn't.
Yeah, it was Belky who came in late.
I can storyline it. Because at that point, Indare didn't know what a mimic was. Now he does because he went to class.
You know, that's fair. That is fair.
Remote
I've been
learning, my guy.
attending.
Remote learning.
I've been the most diligent for learning, surprisingly.
I can't believe.
I've just been trying to like dual wield. I've been doing my best. It's
Yeah, you've
difficult.
been juggling a lot.
I'm like, oh shit, I didn't want to relive college in this instance. Oh, fuck.
I can't believe it. I can't believe you've done this, mate. Like, for real.
Honestly, I can't believe I did it either.
Feed me more spaghetti. For those of you that know what that's from, I'll give you props.
Sounds like a good idea. Who's
Pick
gonna
someone.
do it?
All right, hello, I am the CG. You can find me nowhere because I don't much care for social media, but you can find me on various Good Beans D&D channels such as twitch.tv/fartingtart, where you're gonna find me there a lot. At least for the rest of this month. Tomorrow, of course, is War of the Shattered Sun, where I really hope finally gonna kill that motherfucker Elrock. Ugh. Y'all who haven't been joining, he has been simultaneously the least and most connected of all of the bad guys that we're dealing with, and he's just an asshole. Like, not even a story driven climactic battle asshole. No, he is just an asshole, and he is going to get got, and we're gonna laugh and love it. But rant aside, you can also find me on that channel next Saturday for the continuation of Candlekeep Mysteries. We're going to be doing Shimshime's rhyme around this very same time. Yes, a certain someone is chuckling and may talk about that momentarily. You can also find me on that channel every other Tuesday for Rascals and Ravnica. Not next Tuesday, but the one after is the one we will be meeting. Force of Evil #1. Why don't you go ahead next?
Which one of us is Force of Evil #1?
You know who Force of Evil #1 is. 2 and 3 are not in this campaign, but we'll talk about them later.
What are you talking about, man?
Greetings and salutations, friends, compatriots, and compeers. I am Shadow Dancer Bob. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Blue Sky, so on and so forth at Shadow Dancer Bob. I'm not going to be streaming a whole lot due to a number of reasons. One of which being that 2K25 just dropped, and the entirety of the War Table has been testing it like crazy. I spent about 12 hours last night just testing. But you can find me on Tart's channel next week for Shimshine's bedtime rhyme, where we're all going to be murdered horribly by a potted plant. Don't worry about it. It's going to be fine. Everything's going to be just fine. I promise. Krista, go.
Hello, I do not exist. I am a mass hallucination. Thank you for coming to bring me into existence for the next couple hours. I'm Spoiled Chestnut, also known as Krista, and yeah, I just show up here every other Saturday, and that's about it. Zai.
Hello, I'm Zyme. You can find me here and on Instagram at Zyme site. Basically everywhere else at Zyminess or Zyme. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Tuesday, Final Fantasy X, Dark Aeons, Penance, lots of grinding. Although we can actually fight Earth Eater now, which is kind of wild to say. That's the only way I can sum that up. Fridays we usually do fighting games and beat 'em ups, but Friday's my birth miss. And I usually do throwback shit on my birth miss, like games from my childhood. And I'm trying to decide between keeping that trend and maybe playing some Need for Speed Underground, or some Psy Girls, or saying fuck it and just playing Monster Hunter Wilds for as long as I see fit, and that last one is really starting to feel nice in my brains. But yeah, so that's kind of what I've been doing for this week. Or this coming week. Yeah. Oh, if you want to catch up on A Deep and Creeping Darkness, which was the part within A Year in Candlekeep that just finished up this past Thursday, there are VODs for that over on YouTube, which is again where you can find me. So yeah, that that's it. Wiley, it you.
Hello, you can find me at Wiley is Willie on Twitch. I play randomizers, primarily Zelda, sometimes Castlevania. On Tuesdays, every other Tuesday for Rascals and Ravnica. Uh, on Sundays, every other Sunday, I play co-op Zelda with Helix X. Or randomizers. Yes. And you can also catch up on a Book of the Ravens on my YouTube channel, where I post music, memes, and I do commissions on Ko-Fi and on my card page. But yes, that is me. I lost track of who's left. Frost, I suppose.
Frost.
Hello,
Yep.
everyone. Welcome to tonight's game. I'm your DM. You can find me mostly everywhere that CG has said, so I get to steal that one off of him. But tonight, you get to find me behind the wheel of this burning, flaming 18-wheeler as it comes careening, crashing towards our party. And hopefully, they'll all survive. I got faith in them. Nothing could ever go wrong. But that's it for me. Vaughn, take it away.
So, funny story, this is 2 sessions in a row that Windows decided to update and take my mic off OBS. So nobody heard anything I said during the stream.
Yep, that's
Whoopsie
right.
doodles.
Oh well, I will switch us over to the game screen. Win some, lose some, at least it'll be fixed on YouTube.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Things will be alright. Now, allow me to set some music. Let me just set some music. This always works. let me know if you all can hear.
Mm-hmm.
Can do.
All right. Who would like to cover last session?
I mean, I did it last session, but I also used up my inspiration, so I can do it again.
Good point.
Yeah, but if anyone else needs it, they can go ahead.
Remember, inspiration does not stack.
Unless it's, well, actually,
Unless it's
question.
like, you know, special spell.
Like the birthday inspiration?
Yes. That one you will all get for free.
Because I still have that one.
Happy Birthmas.
Or no, I mean the birthmas from yours, the one that you gave us.
Oh yeah, yeah, happy Birthmas.
Yeah. Well, I mean, fuck it. I mean, I don't mind doing it.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Basically, enjoy the wish of my pages as I go through handwritten notes. Alrighty, so after the party had managed to get the jump on a vampire and I guess two cronies, and for the most part come out relatively unscathed, they decided to reference the compass again, see which direction they should proceed in, and it kind of pointed like northwest. So they made their way up through the north of the sewer, barely avoided a magical like gift trap that basically would have, as someone put it, choke me harder, daddied them out. But luckily got essentially dispelled or switched off beforehand. That path took them to a dead end, though, so they had to backtrack back to where they came from, where they first encountered the vampire and Skelly boys, and made their way into what was kind of like a two-level cavern. There was an upper area, and then there was like a chasm below, kind of filled with water. And a few people lost their footing, with Daedalus essentially plummeting into the cavern. And then we essentially fought a dark plan, because there was a slime, a very large, dark slime in the cavern. And we had an encounter with that. Basically was the human or not the human, was the slime garbage disposal. Uh Survived? Not by the skin of our teeth. That was for later. Um Paper. Swish noises. Uh Salas had noticed that there was an opening above that like first, second, or that second level that we were on that was above the slime. And upon heading up there, we saw that there was a door that seemed to be one locked via like a three-prong or three-prong approach sort of lock combination. But in addition to that, there was the equivalent of an orb that was essentially scrying video footage, ye old video footage, to someone or something. So while Endare used big brain strats and enlarged reduced the door so that we didn't even have to worry about possibly setting off alarms, someone else used one of the scrolls that Daedalus had given us to dispel the orb. So someone knows that we've been there, but didn't get to see what happened later. Upon entering that room, we find two prisoners who seem to be maybe mesmerized or just so mentally out of it from the trauma that they must have experienced that they didn't really respond to us at all. But what did respond was a chest that was actually a mimic in disguise, and what we can only assume is Sweet's pet, a hellhound. One party member wanted to make a pet of the hellhound, another party member wanted to make a pet of the mimic. Both were adamantly told no, and unfortunately both potential pets had to be put down. But not without one party member going down first. Um, but luckily, friends came to the rescue. Eptis lived. We'll see for how long. And we now, I guess, regroup with the party approaching Daedalus, after who was like, man, fuck this, no matter what I do, this is not gonna go well, and was waiting on the stoop outside. I think that's it.
Very good. Very good.
Stoop drow won't leave a stoop.
Yep.
I just pictured a Philadelphia old man rolling bones on the stoop.
Boy howdy, there's something I need to tell you concerning Philadelphia, but not the place. More like a food, but that'll be for a later time.
Roger.
We pick up where we left off. You guys are all currently in what appears to be the holding facility of this dungeon sewer place, so to speak.
Salas is going to kind of brush himself off a little bit. And he's going to turn and goes, well, we can't do much here. Not targeting here. What do y'all say we patch ourselves up and keep going? Circle back here when everything's all hunky-dory.
Yeah, I think that'd be for the best. Besides, whoever was watching is most likely going to realize they can't exactly watch anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And we wouldn't want to get bottlenecked in that tunnel.
How you holding up?
I'm good. You guys got to me in time, that's for sure, but I'm alright. Thanks for asking, though.
No time to play tough. We're going to be fighting against something really nasty here a little bit. This goes for everyone. Who really could use a band-aid, a patch job, a bandage?
Without giving exact numbers, I am almost full.
Okay.
I'm in the same vein.
I'm perfectly healthy.
Protected. Health was protected by the stoop.
Understood. Dare, Goldblum?
And Dare appears fine.
Goldblum looks slightly scratched, but all right otherwise.
Salas will nod, looking everyone over. All right. Keep that in my back pocket for now.
All right. I see the party is on the move.
While they're walking, Dare will pass a pint jar over towards Salas.
What's this?
Venom.
Where'd you get this from?
The desert.
I can think of exactly where you want me to stick this. And he is going to pull out his rapier.
You were given a pint of giant scorpion venom.
All right. I'll spend some time coating my rapier in it as we're walking along.
Actually, important question. Speaking of walking along, Frost, that plushie that was given to us as reward far at the beginning of the game, was it just a regular plushie or did it have any, special features?
I can answer that question for you.
Go ahead.
It's a magical item from Strixhaven. It it gives you you have to attach it to yourself, but when you are subjected to a fear effect, you are allowed to trigger it and get advantage on the roll, I believe.
Got you. So by attaching it to myself, would this be as long as it is on my physical person or someone else's physical person?
I believe does it require attunement?
Yeah,
it is
'cause
called Strixhaven Cuddly Mascot. It is a wondrous item common. Representing one of the mascots of Strixhaven, the soft, tiny magic toy is perfect for cuddling. If you press it to your arm, shoulder, or leg as an action, the toy stays attached there for 1 hour until you use an action to remove it. The toy can also be used to fight off fear. When you make a saving throw to avoid or end the frightened condition, you can give yourself advantage on the roll if the toy is on your person. You must decide to do so before rolling the d20 if the save succeeds. You can't use the toy in this way until you finish a long rest. No attunement required.
Okay.
So then, thinking about what has happened before, actually, and Dare makes a good point. And I am just gonna take out this plushie, like a green dragon plushie that none of you have seen since the beginning of the game. um, so if I understand this correctly, this essentially will allow you to try to like push back if someone tries to intimidate us in some way. I've been carrying it on myself, but Salas, I think the last time we were in something like this, it seems like people focused on trying to get you to leave. I think you should have this. As long as it's on your person, you should be okay.
Salas will look at the toy, and he will like stone face take it and place it on his shoulder like it's a parrot on a pirate. I'll take your word for it. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Sky scratching their head like, oh man, I hope this doesn't get taken out of context.
You can roll an insight on Salas if you'd like, to that degree.
Oh no. Okay. A 24?
Salas is in combat mode right now. He is super serious and he is focused on the task at hand.
Okay, good.
Y'all ready to go?
Yeah, I think so.
Almost. And Dare reaches out and grabs, believe it or not, another one of these little plushies from his own bag and sticks it onto Goldblum.
Where the hell did you get these?
Orientation.
I didn't
there
get
were-
anything cool like that when I transferred.
Did
It
you
was
go through
part of
orientation?
like the scavenger hunt?
No.
That's probably why.
They made
Belky,
you do a scavenger hunt?
you basically skipped the orientation because you were like bored of it.
Late registration.
Nah. All been there.
Technically,
Done that.
technically, you did get something from it. He just points down to the sparkler of prestidigitation that's like on your belt that he gave you.
Ah. I thought I gave that to somebody because they needed it. I don't think I have a...
Yeah, we were passing it around while we were in the sewer because of smell.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
I have it on my person. So, did you say you had it?
Let me see. It's still on my sheet. Yeah, I still have it on my sheet.
Okay. Yeah, I'm like, I do not have this magic thing. I don't want to lose it for you, so...
Also,
Alright.
just one last sound off if anyone needs potions, like an extra, this would probably be the time for it.
I will say, if you do use potions, please keep track of them. Make sure that you are removing them once they are used, and keeping the ones that you still have left.
So, are we heading north?
Only place left.
I mean, there's the other way in the sewer. In that pipe.
if our direction was pointing us to the north when we last checked it, we went north, followed the path south. Goes to assume that the other path north is the follow-up.
Hey, DM, where's the compass pointing?
Where Salus is at, I believe Salus is still holding it, or are
No,
you...
I had it.
Alright. Belky, it's pointing directly north.
Well, this thing that lied to us once before says go north, so...
I have to check that place out anyways if we're gonna do a full sweep of the place.
Alright, shall we?
Oop, sorry, ignore the ping.
Ping! Alright. Everybody getting in the conga line. Uh-oh. Hold on. Okay.
The conga line of doom.
Conga line of doom! Alright. Iapetus? Okay. I will say you've already came from the right, so I assume you're going left.
Correct.
Okay. If that's the case, I'm going to do a little bit of revealing.
Wait, this doesn't go upwards?
No.
Ah.
It's a bit of revealing, just as a... One sec. Salus,
Aye.
you and the rest of the party will be making your movements. And as you keep going, there's a chill in the air. Feels like the temperature's dropped by about a solid 20 degrees. Rapid onset of chill.
As we get to this point and the cold starts seeping in, Sal's gonna look back to everyone. I think this is what we're looking for. He's gonna turn back to Belky.
Mm-hmm.
We're relying on you on the front lines, alright?
Me in particular?
I imagine so, yeah.
Why is that?
Of the group of us, about half of us are going to be probably in his face. I can only imagine you want to backhand him something fierce.
I mean, I'm after that staff. And I do want to shank this motherfucker, but that staff is more dangerous than you can imagine.
He nods. That's why I got something a little prepared.
Yeah?
Sensing that we are getting close, Salus is going to cast on Belky
Mm-hmm.
protection from evil and good.
Oh.
Ooh!
Use this up against certain creatures. Real benefit. Oh. Oh, interesting.
Hmm.
Okay.
So he's going to be at disadvantage fighting against me.
Correct.
He also
I
can't
have a
vampire.
question.
Yeah, he also can't charm me.
What all are you choosing?
Well, vampires are undead.
It's actually all of them.
Oh, it's all of them.
Yeah.
Interesting. I always thought it was just, select.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, it's all of them.
Okay.
So the other, Sal's gonna look back to Belky. Yeah, that staff is going to be a big pain. we also have to assume that the one whose trail we were following might also be a part of this. This will protect you against both. And
No worries.
Sal's will give a nod, and he'll make his way in.
Okay.
As they're walking, hey Belky, remember what we did with the flask?
Which one?
The iron flask?
I think Uncle Anki destroyed it.
He did.
What I mean is, do you remember what we did when we encountered it with the assassin?
Refresh my memory.
Above game, you got it out of his hands, and then Indare catapulted it directly to Diane.
Ah. Well, Diane isn't here right now.
No, but you are.
Yeah?
There you
You're
go.
literally the only person who can hold it and not be fried.
It's a game of keep away.
Well, we can't destroy the staff, unfortunately.
No, but if I can get it away from him, I can get it into your hands.
Yeah?
And then it's out of his.
I got you.
If I may,
Mm-hmm.
it takes you guys about. I would ask that you stop moving, Belky.
Oh, okay. Can you clear a little more away?
Don't worry about it for what's about to happen.
Uh-oh.
As you guys keep moving forward, the cold gets colder and colder. Now it feels like it's dropped 40 degrees. And Salis, your perception is the first that catches it. As you are going through this tunnel, there is a small vent off to your right side within this sewer line. Cold's coming from that. It is. There's even like a little bit of like small ice forming around it.
Oh, brilliant. It's like we have our... So we have our source of the frigidness in here.
Does anybody have a coat? Or like a cape or something like that?
I gave mine to the gnomes that we freed. Otherwise, I would, but I think they needed it more.
Yeah. Pussycat, you got some kind of fabric on you?
Indare reaches up, pulls off his shawl, and hands it over.
Can I thread it through the vent to like block off the cold?
You can, but you're going to need, I would say, to put the compass down.
I'll pass it to Salis for a minute.
I'll hold on to it.
Does it look like that? Does it look like people can fit in the vent? Like,
It is
if
a
possible.
small. I would say. How would I put this? It is about. The vent is about as tall and about as an iPhone 15. And about as.
Not sponsored.
Yes, not sponsored.
But Google if you want to. Hey.
Hey, just saying. And
Google
it's
got
about
the money.
Actually, you know what? The hole is about as big as a PS2 case.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
That's a pretty
So it's
decent
not-
sized hole.
Well, yeah,
So
but it's small graded. Like
Yeah.
it's
So it's like your standard size, like air ventilation sort of vent, not like
Yeah.
we're trying to stealth through it sized vent.
yes.
Gotcha.
By the way, Salis,
Hi.
you have the compass.
I do.
You looking at the compass, buddy?
Well, I would imagine I'd look at it as it was handed to me.
That compass is spinning.
Yeah, it's done that before.
It's spinning hard.
I think we're close. Wouldn't surprise me if our target's on the other side of that vent.
We can't fit through there, man.
I imagine there's another way around. Is there any space in here?
I can't see. It's all black.
What, in the vent?
No, in the tunnels. Like, does this lead into a vent? Is there another way around? Is this the end of the pipe?
I mean, there's a turning in the pipe, but
Can you show us more of the map, please?
of course, here, allow me. Reveal it. Salus, with your dark vision, you'd be able to look down and see that the water just goes, and there's the sound of dumpage.
Before I finish sealing up this vent, because if I thought it was coming in from outside. If it's not coming in from outside, I'll give Indare back his thing. That's yeah. I don't want to steal his scarf from him.
Aw.
Curious question. Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna ask, can I see into the vent?
Do you have dark vision?
Yes, everybody, but I think everybody except Goldblum has dark vision.
Belky, give me a perception check.
On that note, if it'd be possible to listen for anything through the vent, I'd like Iapetus to do that if she can. Because she gets advantage.
For right now, let's work with Belky. Belky, a 10. Make sure you call it your roll.
Mm-hmm.
You look in and it's cold. Like at first, like the cold is hitting your face. At one point though, you thought you saw maybe like a small light in there.
Hey, Sully, look and see if you can see anything through here.
I'll take a look. See, perception.
Correct.
Oh wow, now
Man,
one.
that sucks, Wiley. Oh no!
Oh, this ought to be fun. Salus, you immediately go up and that freezing, frigid, cold air hits you in your eyes, and it like winter's bite has just afflicted your friggin' eyeballs as you are, for a few brief moments, blinded from cold air. Mother Nature is
good? What's wrong, man?
You ever like when Indare's cooking, you just look into the boiling pot and all the steam hits you in the face, and you just have to close and as you weren't expecting it.
I mean, and Belky gestures to herself. I'm a fire ganassi, but I will assume at this point what you mean. I'm assuming the cold hit you in the face.
Yeah. Ugh.
Okay. I will. I've already passed the scarf back to Indare, so or the shawl back. I'm really a little worried about using any kind of flame if we've got the advantage, because if we try and make this warmer, well, I don't have heat metal. I do have produce flame and things like that. That would be able to warm it up for you. You want to try again? Just cover your face a little bit.
All right, man. I'll give it a shot. Shall I attempt to roll again?
You may, and this time, I assume, Belky, you're using Produce Flame to help?
No, I just said I'm not. I told him to cover his face a little.
Ah, okay, yeah. Roll again.
Nope.
Wow.
Get him out of the way early.
Canonically can't handle cold.
This is hilarious. Yeah, you go back. This time, the cold gets into your nose, and it feels like... It feels like winter itself decided to grab a few of your nose hairs and just icicled them.
You are the crazy motherfucker that snorted snow last time we had a downfall.
I regret nothing.
Everyone shame him.
Shame,
No.
cat!
Shame.
I'm not even a cat! I'm a hairless bipedal!
Shame!
But yeah, no. Sal's, you getting some icy nose. You getting frostbite.
I'll just pat him on the back and laugh quietly.
Meanwhile, Daedalus, who has canonically his eyes are covered, but also has detect magic up, will just look through.
Roll me perception.
Okie dokie. Do-do-do.
Please do not nat one. Please do not nat one. Otherwise, this will be.
That's a 23.
All right. Cold doesn't bother the Underdark, considering you guys are in the dark. And it's already cold down there, or moist, depending upon your areas.
Gross.
Yeah, cold and moist. You peer in, and it takes you a bit kind of adjusting for a bit of the cold air. Dales, you see lab equipment.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a lab.
God damn it, Bob.
But yeah, no, there's definitely gotta be signs of life or unlife or some. There's going to be people.
Salas nods and looks back to everyone. Then I suggest we get a move on. Some of our preparations, he looks on over to Balky in particular, some of our preparations are on a time limit.
While everyone was looking through the vent, specifically, would I have been able to roll to hear anything? Like additional voices?
I'd say roll me a perception check.
Okay. What do her wolf ears hear? An 8.
You wait, an 8? Don't you have to be in
Oh,
wolf form for that?
I don't know. In my thingy mabobber there, I could have copied it wrong. This. It just says you gain advantage on wisdom checks that rely on hearing or smell, but make saving throws against the deafened condition with disadvantage.
Okay, then you will have avoided that nat one then. I hypothesize you don't hear anything coming out of that, and like the only thing you hear is like there's nothing. Not even the cold air is making sound from this grate.
That's odd. You guys said you saw like lab equipment in there?
Yeah.
So the weird thing is I can't hear anything in there. Like the sound of like liquids maybe bubbling, voices. The the fucking air is silent.
It might be warded. I can't pick up any magic from here.
Might be something to be careful for. Don't know if there's possibly silence on that room. But you guys are right. We should keep going.
All right. Continuing on down the line.
Hi.
Keep going, keep going. Cells, as you hit right about there, you can look down and you see that there is a grate blocking towards the end. Basically, where the water's passing through it seems to be an end.
The thing just flat out ends.
Basically, like, you know how you would see, like, those outer storm drain things, like the circular, with the bars and everything else? Yeah, basically that. It's pouring out, and you can hear it, the water sloshing against probably another thing of metal.
I'll head on over and does it look like it's big enough for a person to pass through if I were to take out the grate?
Oh yeah, if you were to take out the grate, yeah, you could all easily get through.
I'm gonna head on over. I'm going to give it an investigation, just make sure it's not trapped or anything.
Okay. Roll me investigation.
8.
Doesn't
It's a
look
lot of
trapped.
red right now.
Yeah, it doesn't look trapped. Just looks like normal metal.
I'm gonna see if I can use my thieves' tools to just kind of like take it off, like unscrew it, whatever.
Like using a rasp.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, go for it. Kind of saw through the bars.
So that's what that's called. Okay.
I believe so. I could be horrifically wrong.
12. So a 1, a 3, a 1, a nat 20, a 7, another nat 1, a 5, and a 3. I'm rolling really hot tonight, guys.
You know what? It's not bad. You do manage to get through a few of the bars, and it looks like if you had a Will's Place hit against this thing, you might be able to bust it down.
Hey, okay.
Yeah? What's up?
You can step back a little bit. See if you can't give this a good whacking.
A whack. Alright. It's gonna make a lot of noise, my guy.
I mean, if you'd like, I can try and go through it again.
I mean, so tell me what we're looking at here.
I've loosened the integrity of it. Gonna make noise if we just punch it through, or I can try and saw off the rest of it so that we can just pass.
Hmm. Can the edge of my great axe fit, like at the seam?
It could. I would, however, say you would probably be better just to kick the damn thing.
It's gonna make a lot of noise.
Hmm?
Yeah, but if I put the head of the axe in, I can give it a little twist, and it should pop off quieter.
I'll allow it. I
Okay.
mean, what are you basically trying to do? Basically, like, kind of yank
So
it
you know how
into
you
your
know
area?
how hammer and chisel is. The chisel is like going in between the seam.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll look to Salus to go. Hey, look. Put your weight against the door. Okay. I'm gonna pop it off, but I don't want it to fall. Right.
Gotcha.
All right.
I will hold to grab the bars.
Okay. Should this be like a great axe thing?
Yeah, I'll allow it, great.
All right. 11. I'm not rolling great tonight.
No, but get the bad rolls out now.
It's
As
also
you
a
roll,
door, though.
yeah, you kind of yank through and break it. And Salus, because you're kind of a little bit ahead, I would like you to make me an athletics check.
Okie dokie. Yeah, it's just in line.
God damn, bro.
That is my third nat 1 of the night.
Well,
Come on. I'm gonna be right back.
yeah, re-roll, reload.
I was about to say, do we want to do like a gentle refresh?
I mean, I will.
I feel like I have somehow given bad luck from Thursday.
Oh, you know what? Our good friend was in here earlier. That would do it.
Which friend?
Wand.
The luck vampire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would do it.
What happens?
Basically try to grab the grate, and as it kind of falls, it makes a ting ting ting.
He's got that grimace face as he just slowly looks to Belky.
Dales just goes, "That's not great."
Bro, I told you to hold it.
I tried. It got away from me.
Bro!
Allow me to reveal this section.
Hey,
Also-
hey, Goldblum.
Yeah.
Do these, take a look at these plants. They're thorny and kind of creeping. They natural? You think they might be hiding anything?
God, can I roll?
Roll me a nature.
They're all over this here wall.
Take it. 16.
These are not natural. These look cultivated. And Goldblum, as you kind of look at these plants a little bit more, you see some of the vines. They have thorns, but there are some connections that lead to some bulb flower kind of things within. Almost like how you would see Venus, not Venus flytraps, but those flowers that tend to like miniature corpse flowers.
Good plant.
Oh no.
Unnatural.
I need Salis and Belky. I need you both to make me stealth rolls.
Time for another nat 1. Oh, 22.
Listen, 16 ain't bad for heavy armor at disadvantage.
Not
True.
bad at all.
Preach.
You two kind of notice. I'll say this, Salis, you're the first one to kind of notice this due to your high perception. The plants start to move a bit, and you immediately hit the deck in the water. Belky, you follow suit. You see that one of the bulbs kind of pop open slowly, giving the look of almost an eye that's kind of like just waking up and looking around. And eventually, allow me to see how it acts. It doesn't seem to notice you two as it slowly begins to close back up and recede back into the brush.
Salis, wordlessly, scooches forward at like Mach 2, thoroughly creeped out by that. And just like commando style navigating through the waters here.
Dun 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 dun. I will do a little bit more of a map reveal for you, Salis, as you are currently out of this.
Okay.
Currently, there seems to be a little bit of a two-way passage street. One that leads to a small staircase, the other one looks to be a hallway.
I'll move down here so everyone can get a little closer.
Okay. A little bit more of a reveal. It's a pretty small hallway in comparison.
As Salis notes the hallway, he looks back and he goes, "Alright, this seems to be leading. Where's everyone else?"
Dales will just peek back around into the pipe, see them all standing there, looking at the plants. They're looking at the weird eye plants.
Should I take out the plants real quick?
No, just wave them forward. We can just go past it.
I think it would probably be a good idea to take out the plants while they're not paying attention. So, I'm gonna squeeze past Daedalus here, and I am going to use let's see, Burning Hands, or is it which one is like 15-foot radius?
That would be Burning Hands.
It would be Burning Hands. All right, I'm gonna use Burning Hands on the plants. Oops, sorry, I meant to do this. Nope, wrong button. This button.
Well, you had to roll for the damage anyways.
Okay.
What's the save? Because it's showing up as a 0
Dexterity.
No, I mean, like, for Belky. What's the DC?
Give me one sec. One sec. Sorry, buttons not working. Shrink, go away. Thank you. My spell save DC is 15.
Well, it's gonna auto-fail.
For a surprise
you
round?
Can't move.
Fair.
Belky, as you unleash this flame, the plant burns and releases this ear-piercing screech.
That's what I was
As
worried
it just
about.
goes. In fact, allow me to put it this. For those of you that have played Gears of War 2, if you remember the siren level from that old abandoned facility.
I barely remember Gears of War 1.
Here, allow me
Damn.
to put it. It's the Sire Scream. Hold on 1 second. Alright, here we go. Copy, and I'll paste this. Oh boy. Actually, no. I feel that was a bad one. It's more of the It's more of the Cantus Screech. My apologies. Yeah, this is it. This is the correct one. My apologies, everybody.
Well, so much for the element of surprise.
Hey, Salas.
Hi.
You hear movement making its way to your location.
Oh, joy.
It
That game that
sounds
gave the game away.
armored.
Back up, back up. Actually,
Is he back? Oh, go ahead.
a better idea formed.
Intellect
actually gonna move
Fortress on
down.
myself, and I'm moving forward.
I'm actually
I
gonna
didn't
move
realize
this
they
way.
do that. I'm really sorry.
Oh, good.
Where are we, Sully? Where are we going?
Eventually, you hear
back up.
armored clatter.
Mm-hmm.
I hold an
Slow,
arm out to prevent anyone from going forward.
Hold.
methodical clattering. Eventually, there is this.
Wait.
Oh, go ahead.
I would like to ambush this individual.
Oh, by all means.
All right. So I don't know if I got sneak advantage because I don't know if they saw me or not.
I will say, roll me a stealth, and I'll roll his perception. Oh, I'll just
Surprise
use his
round?
passive.
Surprise round?
Okay, your stealth will beat him.
Okay.
So, a 14 will hit.
All right.
Surprisingly.
I'm going to hit him with my rapier with my radiance rapier damage.
Okay. You will have sneak attack.
That's 13. God, look at this. Even on damage, 3 1s in there.
Jesus H. Christ, man. You immediately puncture through this, and you hear as this skeletal head, like an owl, turns around to meet you.
Damn.
CG, was that the rapier with the venom?
That was the rapier with the venom on it. I didn't think I'd need it so soon. Do I roll for venom or does it not hit this guy?
It
I
gets a
need to
DC.
double.
It gets a
check something.
DC 12 con save or takes 4d10 poison.
I need to check something.
If it even cares about poison.
That's what I'm more concerned about. I don't know if that
That's-
used up all the venom, though. I feel like there's probably more, based on how much you got.
Give me 1 second. Okay, 1 second.
4 ounces are in a dose of poison.
How much do you have?
You have a pint, which is 16 ounces, so you have 4 uses of poison.
All right, well, one of them's being used.
I just need to make sure that this thing isn't. Let's see. So it's just poison damage, correct?
Yeah.
Correct, it is venom.
Okay, so it doesn't have resistance or immunity to poison damage. However, it is immune to the condition of being poisoned.
So he'll be taking 4d10.
Alright, roll.
Two more ones, but that's an extra 14.
Alright, let me take a look at his health. Oh yeah, he's going down. As this armored skeleton just collapses dead.
Can I roll a perception check to see if any more sound and shuffling is headed this way?
Roll me a perception.
28.
You hear muffled movements, which sounds like probably another bone, but just barely you can make out. Held.
Hold? Is that what I heard?
Yes. In common. Sounds female.
Hey, what's everyone else doing at this time?
Being held back.
Depending on how long we were going to be here, if we needed to like quickly hide or something, had considered literally making a tiny hut via ritual cast, but I don't know how long we're gonna be in this
That
tunnel.
tiny hut would not save you in that confined space.
Yeah, I was just hoping it would count as camouflage, not actually protect us.
And you can't
Just
ritual
make it-
cast it.
Mhm.
What do you mean I can't?
I'm pretty sure it doesn't have the ritual tag.
It does.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Neat.
Yeah.
Mostly would
Yeah.
have used it just to like reflect the environment around us, not actually us be in it.
You would, unfortunately, the tiny hut would not fit in that. So.
So then yeah, that's the only thing I could have thought of.
But yeah, Salis, you don't. You hear that.
Mm-hmm.
What do you plan on doing?
Sully, we good? Sully.
hold on. I'm thinking how to respond to that. So, I think Salas is going to step down here, and he's just going to hold up 2 fingers with and then point to the south, and then he's going to dip back to his his hiding spot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to pull off a whose footprints are these?
Right. Salas,
Uh-huh.
once more, metal footprints are making their way up. And eventually, you can hear the creaking and groaning of another, but this time stopping. And just looking down and seeing that there is a body pile of bones.
Can I gank this one?
It's on the opposite side of the wall.
I have movement.
Then use it, and you might want to be quick.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be quick. So, would you say I'm stealth against this individual as they're investigating the body?
Yeah, I'm using your prior stealth.
All right.
I will let you
Watcha!
roll the hit.
That's a nat 20.
All right, roll me the damage.
All right, let's roll damage. That's that there's a 37.
That's juicy.
15 piercing and 22 radiant.
Don't even bother rolling for the poison damage. This thing's dead. On contact.
Salas is going to sneak back here. He's going to hold up a 1, and then he's going to start waving people over while also holding a finger up. Full finger to his lips. Shh.
We'll stealth forward then.
And Dare, with a shotgun out, is moving forward in stealth mode.
All right.
Oh,
Give me a second.
Oh shit. Sorry, should have rolled. My bad.
All right,
21.
everybody's making stealth rolls.
I haven't come out of stealth since before, so I assume I'm still on 16.
Belky, I will need a new one. As
Why?
You kind of did alert to, burning plants.
Yeah, but they didn't see me.
Uh-huh. I still need a stealth roll.
It's still 16.
There you go.
Me.
Meh. Less complaino.
Cha!
More Drano. And with that collective, you all are silent in your movements. Salas, you don't hear anything.
okay. With my former stealth, I'm going to move up to here to see if I can try and peek around a corner.
I will reveal a little bit more. And let you...
Move up here, same thing.
Alright, peeking, and I'll put this much that you can see. Also, you'll notice that there is a stone staircase moving upwards.
Noted.
Frost, above game, do we see any form of entrance to the lab that we would have saw from the vent?
No. In fact, who's holding the compass?
Me.
Salus, you would need to look at the compass to see what direction it's currently pointing.
Oh. I guess I'll check the compass.
From your direction, it's pointing northeast, almost backwards.
East, up the stairs, perhaps.
No, not east, west.
Oh,
West.
northwest.
My apologies. Backwards. Like back towards where you guys were.
And there's no sign of an entrance.
Nope. The only thing was that vent.
And nothing would come up with a detect magic.
Within 30 feet of you, South, you would get some pings.
Well, that'd be
Actually.
Daedalus.
Not
yeah.
South, Daedalus, my apologies. You getting pings. There's
Okay.
actually a lot of magic kind of being pinged in, like, let's see, I just need to do a general measurement thing here. Yeah, you would get some pings.
And where would these pings be?
Here.
None of that showed up on this layer.
Ah. Yeah. Here. And here.
Dale's just whisper over to Salus. All those boxes contain magic, but I can't find anything like a secret door to that lab.
It's gonna
Also-
look back.
One quick
And he's
second.
gonna go.
I just want to do the thing we always gotta do for detect magic and ask the school to find out if there's any like red flags. Frost?
What's up?
I was asking for the schools of magic from the pings.
School of Magic. Evocation. Necromancy.
Two of them are
And-
Oh, go ahead.
Well, my apologies. There was a little bit more. I forgot. Evocation, Necromancy, and let me double check. Just need to make sure that this is the correct list. Herpety-derp. Ah, here we go. Enchantment,
Okay.
Illusion, Necromancy, and Evocation.
Okay, one of them is trapped because it's giving off evocation. Another one is giving off both enchantment and illusion, and one is giving off necromancy.
Allow me to clarify. You're picking up all four of them from
Oh.
each area, and it's a lot.
Oh, that's a whole lot of magics combined. That sounds very dangerous. Be very careful, Salus.
All right. Are you whispering this?
Yes.
Okay. Sal's gonna look. He's gonna nod. He's gonna whisper back. He's gonna whisper back voices. Point in this direction. And I'll take a look around.
What's the plan, Sully? Also, does this go off to the left here?
That is a sewer grate.
Okay, can I
It's
look
another-
down there?
Yeah,
Okay.
looks like it heads to a long tunnel.
Can you show what it is as I look down there?
Basically, you'd have to go in through it, but
I'm-
it basically is. It's a long sewer grate, but it
I'm
looks like it
if I can-
leads.
if I can see it, can you show me on the map?
I just don't know how far your vision goes to. I
Well, I've
assume
got dark vision, so
60 feet.
Hold on, give me half a sec. I don't need to see the fighting style one. Where's... No, I don't want to see the blade flourish one. No, I don't need this one. Where
It should be
is
30
Dark Vision?
feet.
Oh, here it is.
For dark vision?
60 feet.
Oh. How much do I have with superior?
Like 120, I think.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say I definitely have 60.
I will say this, Belky, you just see a long sewer grate. Also, Salus, while you're right there, you will see more. Allow me to kind of just reveal more of this area. I know there's probably a little bit of the darkness still left, but I'm trying to clear it.
There
And
we
it
go.
just seems like there is piles of, like... It seems like piles of, like... At first, you think it's just rubbish, but then there's, like, more... like raw materials and whatnot. Like there's lots of like wood, a lot of basically it looks like junk.
Noted. Although I do believe, if I'm... does look like junk. I do believe Belky was referring to this part over here, because it seemed, at least from the map, it looks
That
like...
is a wall.
Okay, that is a wall.
That is just a wall.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking, can you show us a little bit more? Because there's bits and chunks and pieces, and it's not even what we
Well,
can see.
you'll have to forgive me because I'm working with only so much, and
I understand. That's why it's harder for us, because we are working with
that's
what you give
that's
us.
all you're getting. That is literally just wall.
Okay. So, wall, but, we know something's behind the wall. Okay, so Salus is... Sorry, did you want to continue, Belky? Belky?
Sorry, could you repeat that?
I realized that I had cut you off. I wanted to make sure that you were done.
Oh, yeah. No, I wanted to see a little more of the map.
Okay.
Are we going up the stairs, or are we trying to figure out how to get into this lab?
Salus is gonna look around. He's gonna go... This area's a little... He's gonna whisper. Don't know where that voice was. This area's a little wide. We're detecting magic, and there's no obvious entrance to the lab.
I mean,
Look,
if we want the element of surprise, we can break it down. We have a big gray man that can probably do that.
possibly.
Yeah.
But it might be worth looking around the immediate area anyways. Might be a switch or something.
All right. Is there anything in that next room?
Daedalus thought so.
All right.
Uh,
Well, you're the trap guy.
he's going to gesture back to everyone and kind of like wave them forward.
Before moving forward, would I just need to roll anything to try to move these bones to like here?
I'm gonna say it would be better you just leave them.
Okay. We'll take that note.
Can I investigate this wall like I did the previous wall?
Yeah. I'll just tell you this right now. You don't even need to make a check. It's just a very sturdy, thick stone wall.
Mm-hmm. All right, fair enough.
As Salus is going to make his way over here, and where Daedalus point, he's going to look at the spots in front of him. See if he can find anything that really sticks out.
Okay. Need to do something first. CG.
Yes.
1 second. Need to do something here for a quick moment. Salus, what are you doing right now, if you don't mind me inquiring?
I'm currently looking around, specifically the area with the magic that was denoted by Daedalus. So I'm looking at these 3 spots.
You're looking and you see what appears to be kind of like rugs, cloth, and everything else kind of draped over, like probably what appears to be like maybe some structures underneath.
Nothing catching my eye then.
Unless you roll an investigation.
Sure, I'll do an investigate.
Roll me an investigate.
Oh, sorry, that was a little messed up. Let me do this.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
let you redo
There we
that.
go. 14.
I'll let you redo that considering I'll just...
Yeah.
A 14. You kind of start to look at this and you're like, rugs and cloth should not be magical. The hell is he talking about? And then you kind of move a bit of them aside, and you see crates underneath. There's a couple
look-
crates, and some of them have some locks on them.
Gonna look down. Looks like some sort of cargo. He's gonna take a step back at this point. Oh. Holding.
All right, I'm back. My apologies.
Okay. So, uncovering that appears to be cargo of some nature, Salus is going to dip back. Whatever it was is some sort of, like, kept in some containers, locked. Not what we're looking for. That area is locked, and he points back to where the compass is pointing. And we'll need to see if we can find another way in.
I mean, we have the stairs.
That's what I'm thinking.
You want to give it a go?
Absolutely.
What's at the top of the stairs, DM?
Darkness. As you go up, Salus,
Mm-hmm.
you basically hit a wall.
This leads to nothing?
You
It
hit
just hits a wall?
It hits a wall.
I'd like to touch it, investigate it.
By all means.
4.
That doesn't make any sense. Why is there a wall at the top of the steps?
Sal's is gonna back down. Missing something here. We're missing how to get in the lab. It's very clearly a wall that should not be here yet is. I don't know. He's gonna sit and ponder for a bit.
While he's sitting there and pondering, Ender's gonna sneak up and kind of poke, touch, feel, prod, and kind of, given that he's been doing this the entire time, he's going to try investigating this particular wall as well. If something doesn't seem right, if you'd allow me.
By all means, roll me an investigation.
14. Okay.
You
Never
start
mind.
feeling the wall, and yeah, it doesn't make sense for a wall. I mean, there's 2 what look to be carved, like, partial pillars for this wall. This must have been a door at one point, but now it's not a door. Or if it was, did something else.
He wanders back down. Might be magical, like some kind of a passcode or something is needed, or some kind of an item is needed to magically open the door. It looks like it was a door at one point.
That makes sense.
Hey, Specs, you still got detect magic?
Daedalus will walk on over and look at the door. Well, the wall.
Guys.
Yeah?
Samus. Where you're standing. There's something shimmering above you.
Ah, shit.
Like she's gonna step like right here, just to be within range.
I'd like to look up.
You look up. You squint your eyes, shimmering, looking for it. As the shimmering drops, and a body comes barreling at you.
Yeah, that lines up.
And we shall move to initiative after we take a break.
Hooray!
Oh fuck!
It's a Wizard of Thay!
Oh, I hope not.
That's what it looks like.
No, it's not.
Ooh, I got good on initiative.
Well,
Oh.
I haven't put up the thing yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. I jumped the gun.
Yes, you did.
Fuck.
I'm sorry. Can we use that one, though?
No.
Why?
That's I need to get the thing up.
I can add it to the thing. It's easy to change.
Well, we're going on break anyway, so
Hmm.
don't jump the gun next time, forehead.
It was an accident. I was excited.
I thought you were Krista.
I can be both.
Excited is the middle name. At 12.
Nah, that's Hamanaba.
What?
I'm not saying your actual middle name on stream.
Yeah, but
I'm
Hominaba?
Hamanaba.
gonna go get some water.
Yeah,
Be right back.
Yeah, everybody go get ready for.
Yeah, I'll stick around while people taper off, and then I'll take mine when everyone's back.
I will hang out for a moment until someone returns.
Awesome.
Holy shit.
Yeah, we definitely forgot.
Hi, chat.
We definitely low-key forgot that all vampires have spider climb.
So, the reason why that worked out, this entire time I've been like, so I have invisibility, like I can see invisibility within 10 feet of me. And I know because there's a lot to juggle, we're most likely gonna forget. So I was just like, hey Frost, can I like perceive for invisible things within 10 feet of me? And he's like, sure. Smiley face. And I'm like, oh, that's not fucking sus at all. And I'm like, okay, do you want me to do a perception or an investigation? And then that was the roll that you guys saw. And he's like, yeah, so you see a shimmer above Salus. And I'm like, oh, no. Which means there's a good chance that that creature or whatever it is might have gotten a surprise round off otherwise.
I mean, it might as well have with the initiatives we rolled.
I mean, with this though, like at least we get proper turns. That enemy might get to go first, but at least they won't have a full round of fuckery and potentially their initiative.
Well, it's more... I'd say the best option is that Salus will have his reaction so he can boost his AC if it tries to attack him. Though, not sure if he'll use it because we are trying to ration our uses of stuff.
Yeah, you telling me? Oh boy.
I mean, there's a reason Daedalus hasn't cast a single spell outside of the single one he cast, and that's because, again, he didn't want anyone asphyxiated to death.
Fair enough. That's why I mentioned during last session that part of why I had Iapetus go into doggo form was to also ration on spells, because I was like, I can do something cool and stupid, or I can be smart. And cool and stupid was the form. Smart would have been using some spells, but that means I'd have less spells for the more important threats. So I was like, I'm willing to take this L.
Meanwhile, I'm just leaning on. Daedalus is trained in a bunch of weapons because his mom was like, "I don't want you to be assassinated." So he's just like, you know what? I will use this very bad 11-year-old piano lesson knowledge of fighting. But considering where he is, he'll probably fire his hand crossbow once and then start throwing darts at this thing or mind slivering it, depending on what seems to work better. Probably the mind sliver
Well,
because
it's definitely intelligent. We know that much. If it's the woman that spoke, then yeah, it's intelligent. So that mind sliver could be useful.
yeah, but that also is based on if people are going to be throwing things that'll make it have saves. Not I'm trying to think about all of our various spells that we cantrips that we have, and most of them are roll to hit.
Yeah.
Though I am happy that Bob did remind me about one thing about vampires, and I'm still sitting on a single cantrip scroll that'll be a hard counter to if they do that. And I'm saving it for Sweet because fuck him.
Fuck him in particular.
Yes.
Oh no, that wasn't sass. That was confirmation.
I know, that was me being sassy. Ugh.
But hey, Chad, I hope you guys are as tense and concerned and in suspense as the rest of us are.
I believe they are, like I said, when they couldn't hear me, but you guys could. Just like earlier, talking to Alpha in the Those Who Wander server about this, he is just as down, and he's going to be catching this in the VOD.
Very nice.
But yeah, this is our longest term villain, and it's also our highest stake villain, despite having fought an almost adult dragon, or I forget. Yeah, it was young adult dragon. So
that young adult dragon stayed dead though, which is the difference.
Well, no, we properly double tapped him.
We can't seem to properly double tap this one particular vampire.
I mean, Daedalus, if he had had more time and energy, possibly could, but he also put faith in the wrong people. He was like, I did the right thing. I did everything I was supposed to. I got fucked by it. So that's why he has decided that no, I'm going to do this all myself from now on. It's informed a lot of his character.
I've honestly been looking at it as whoever Daedalus had do the job just got outsmarted. So, like, not so much maybe that they actively failed or didn't do their due diligence, just that maybe someone was a step ahead of him. Because Sweet also seems like the type, although those were his friends, in quotes, like, he wouldn't be above throwing someone under the bus if it would save his hide. So I honestly wouldn't be surprised if he just outsmarted the people that had been sent to do the hit.
To be fair, Daedalus doesn't have a high estimation of Sweets as a calculating individual. He sees him more as just like a thug that has just enough power that he can do a lot of things that other people can't. Because again, Daedalus nearly outsmarted and outmaneuvered him with almost all of his spells drained. But now he's got the staff, and so he is a innumerously multiple times threat. But I see some people have come back, so I'm going to use the restroom.
Yeah, I've been back as this conversation is going, and I just decided to not butt in and just watch Heavy is Dead again.
No.
I already finished.
But how am I gonna get up and go get the snackies if I don't know someone's back?
Well, you go now.
But then that means you're by yourself, so I'm gonna wait till Vaughn or someone else gets back so that you have someone to banter with.
He's not by himself.
When did people get back?
I don't think Wiley ever leaves.
Yeah.
I left. I just muted and then unmuted.
Ah. Well, yeah.
Alrighty. Well then you guys banter. I go grab snackums and drink water.
Yeah. Remember,
Save
drink
that.
legs.
Yeah,
What's
do a lot
water?
of drank.
I am returned.
I wish you'd let me kept my initiative, but yeah, I did new one.
Ah. It is good day to be not dead. I don't know how many people have actually seen that video, but it is like, it's honestly like watching cocaine and just about as addictive. It's a real mind screw, that video. Guess I am the only person who's seen it.
Sometimes that do
No,
have
I've
to be
seen
how
it.
it is.
Yeah, I've seen it, but I kind of was eating cookies and drinking, so. It's a good film.
Film?
Yeah, like video.
Oh, I was like, this is 2 hours now?
No,
What are you,
I mean
British?
it could be. Also, how y'all basically alerted most of the individuals in this fucking encounter.
Yeah, we basically, yeah, we just lit all the stuff on fire and it screamed. I'm sure that didn't do much. Listen, if a big scream, this is just tit for tat. I got 2 assassinations on the Skelly boys, so I'll take that. This is just
Yeah.
payback.
Y'all trying to move stealthily. Meanwhile, somebody lit up the JBL speakers playing Fetty Wap.
And in this case, lit up is the literal term.
Insert weed joke here.
Quite. Weed. So yeah, you guys are doing pretty good.
Ah, we need to get to Sweet soon, though. I want to make sure he dies
Hold on a
tonight.
second. I'm being screamed at.
Sorry, the second you
I
said
muted
that.
that. Yeah, go steal a donut.
CG, the second you said that, all I could think about was the really, really bad Halloween remake. Or sequel. They literally made that like a... They made that basically a motto for the movie.
What motto? Like, what movie? I'm lost.
I'm trying to figure out. It's one of the very more recent Halloweens where it's just like they took the series on for too long, and so throughout the
Oh,
entire...
Mhm. Like the actual franchise Halloween.
Yeah, they're literally... They say it like 50 times in the movie, like throughout different characters and mobs. It's just going, "Evil dies tonight!" As the whole town is trying to kill Michael Myers and failing miserably at it.
Unfortunately, you must realize that in the world of fiction, horror movies are reverse Ninja Theory, but played in a negative light.
Yeah, well, I never even watched the movie. I just watched the Red Letter Media breakdown of it because I thought it'd be funny, and it was. Despite basing one of my characters that I play regularly on this channel off of Michael Myers, have not watched any of the Halloween movies.
Hey, me too.
Yeah, though I have watched one of the good John Carpenter movies, which is The Thing, and it's my favorite horror movie, and I watch it all the time.
By the way, are you guys familiar with the conservation of ninjutsu?
I did not know it was a thing.
I have not. You know it's a thing. It's just something that you probably have never put to a name. It's a TV trope.
Oh.
I'm back.
The conservation of ninjutsu, succinctly summarized, in any martial arts fight, there is only a finite amount of ninjutsu available to each side in a given encounter. As a result, one ninja is a deadly threat, but an army of them are cannon fodder.
Oh, so the Naruto effect.
Or the equivalent of what's more dangerous, an army of stormtroopers or Darth Vader?
Depends on the accuracy. Some of those stormtroopers actually get a lot better.
Okay, but that completely defeats my point and like what I'm talking about.
I mean, do those bullets have ricochet? Because then the room of stormtroopers would be my answer.
Yeah, they'd be more dangerous to themselves than others.
Luigi wins by doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah, basically.
Who
I
Yeah,
have
wins?
it's
returned with a
This
maple
army of
bacon
fucking
donut.
ninja that are fucking, like, capable, or one Madara?
yeah, basically. If you can't determine, if you look into a mob and you can't determine any of their names, they exist to die.
On theme with the boss we must fight. I have returned with sweets.
Nice. What kind?
A maple bacon donut.
Ooh. I actually had donuts earlier today.
Ooh, which ones you have?
It was just a basic bread glaze, but it was the last of a dozen donuts that we had had in the household.
What the important question, was it delicious?
Yes, even 2 days old.
Then it was a good donut.
I've hit my sugar intake for the day though.
Yeah, you and me both.
I heated up a trout fillet from yesterday, because from the D&D cookbook, it's the dragon salmon, but we use trout instead.
Ah.
It's really good.
It looks really good.
I will assume it is really good and politely let you have all of it.
Don't do the
Mister,
fish.
I don't eat fish.
Correct. Except for sushi, for some weird ass reason.
Wait, you ate sushi?
He
I
ate
was
it with
there.
us!
I was
I
there
thought
when
you
I
had-
ate with you.
I thought you had like the non-raw fish one.
I did, but I also had normal fish. I had the non. Well, first of all, I had cooked fish for the first roll. I forget which one, but I also got the fruit one because I didn't want to have anything too exotic before the long drive.
Hmm. Yeah,
No,
I thought
like
you were. Oh, I forgot you actually ate sushi with us.
yeah, no, I like me liking sushi is an oddity even I don't understand.
Continue
The
to hit
stuff
the
on top is what is it? Onions in a red wine reduction,
Hmm.
and it's so good.
But yeah, continue with the fish theming. Since Frost was all like, prepare for character death, possibly, because I'm coming at you hard. I was like, all right, I'll have a last meal for Daedalus, and I had salmon.
Hmm.
It was
Why salmon?
Because salmon's my favorite food.
Oh, fair enough.
Yep.
It's good.
I can't fault you there. Salmon is one of my favorite kinds of sushi.
You know, it's really good swordfish. That shit is fucking fire.
Never had it.
I assume it's pricey.
It's good.
Oh well, yeah.
It kind of. I can't remember what it was back. Granted, the last time I had swordfish was back when my family and I went to New Jersey for a little vacation, and
You went to Jersey.
yes, there was a little restaurant that's literally right by the beachside. Had some of the best freaking lobster I've ever had. I think that restaurant got destroyed from a flood.
Hmm.
The irony.
Rip to a real one.
It was. It had some of the best fucking bisque I've ever had.
We good to continue?
Let's do a sound off. Is everybody here? Vaughn,
Yes.
CG,
Hi.
Wiley,
Yes.
Bob,
No.
damn, Krista,
Fish.
Zai.
Bacon?
That may be so. Disappointed.
Alrighty. Well, we're back. Allow me to put on some combat music. All right, we're back. So, we have some lovely treats today as we begin initiative with, of course, a lovely vampiric spawn. Who's
Hey, I
dropping?
know I'm a snack, but you ain't got to call me out like this.
Eh.
Haha. Let's see. They're dropping down on you, Salus. As they
17's the number to beat.
All right, gonna make 2 claws on you. Does a 18 hit?
That depends. Is it greater than 17? Like I just said.
Yeah, that point. So you will be taking. Give me the. You know what? Give me this fun dice. Fun dice. You will be taking. 12 slashing on this first attack.
Okay.
And will be considered grappled. And they will make an attempt to bite you.
Oh no. Asterion, no!
I don't think a 13's gonna hit you.
Nope.
Yep, so they attempt to bite, you kind of move your neck out of the way, going, yeah! As it is now grappling you.
I
Speaking
don't
of
think I've ever heard Salus make that noise before.
it's your turn, Salus.
Well, I gotta do something first. You said that this claw grappled me?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, so first things first. Okay. Protection from good and evil still up. Since I'm grappled, that means that I don't need to, I don't really need to do anything for... I don't lose anything for steady aim. I'm going to attack this vampire spawn with my magic dancing rapier. That's a 25. And 5 piercing, 12 radiant.
That will hit. So you said radiant damage. 12, 15, so that's 17. Ooh, actually, that's going to be interesting, because he's actually going to be taking a little bit more. You watch as your strike hits, and this thing recoils in agony.
Little help! It's my turn.
Okay. And there, you're up.
And Dare moves 1 step forward. He holds his shotgun right at this vampire's face. Dodge this. And he pulls both barrels. Give me a 2 DC 16 dexterity saving throws.
2 DC
Yes,
16.
you said the thing!
Okay. Dexterity saving throws. Okay. Well, he's not proficient, so he's only gonna have his normal. Spoke a little too soon. 18. He's gotta make 2 of them, right?
Correct. I pulled 2
Okay.
barrels.
That is a pass and a failure.
He will. They will take. The first one was fire, so that will be cut in half. 7 cut in half, so 3. 3 fire, 9 acid damage. Bonus action. Crack open the shotgun, drop the shells, reload. End turn.
Okay. How much damage? Oh. So 3 fire, 9 acid.
Acid, correct.
Okay. I'm gonna subtract that. So that is a 12.
And in the off chance there is anything invisible in this room, anything that is, if there's anything invisible in this room that we don't know about in this particular range, it's a cone.
That's actually a good point. With that soft 20 from earlier, was that creature the only thing I saw?
Yeah. That
Okay.
you know of. Alright. Belky.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna come down this way. So 5, 10, 15. And Salus is currently in trouble, so I am actually gonna go 20, 20. Actually, nope, not that one. This one. Well, from what I remember, I think we've dealt with undead before, and they don't like fire. I really hope that's not a metagame thing. I'm pretty sure we did run into undead at some point, right?
You've ran it undead plenty of times.
Yeah, okay. Cool. I was like, if Belky doesn't know that, then Belky didn't know that. I am gonna cast Burning Hands again.
That will hit your friends.
What do you mean it'll hit my friends? I'm aiming it so.
It's a 15-foot cone.
Yes, but like. Okay. So she's holding Salus. I'm gonna put my hand up to her chest and blast her.
Uh-huh. Fire still can reach around.
From the position that I'm in, I can hit her without doing that.
Okay, if that's the way you're going, okay, that's fine.
Yes.
I'm just saying,
I'm not
like,
aiming towards my friends, Dingus. I just want to hit her with a Hadouken. So Belky is going to 1-inch palm strike and go drop him, bitch.
okay, 15 you said for your deck save?
Yes.
Well, that's a failure. Roll me damage. Also, what level were you casting this at?
This one, first 8 damage.
Remember to mark that off your...
I will indeed. I've been keeping up with it.
Okay, keeping up with the card. Keeping up with the Vamptashians.
So long as it's not the Kardashians, yes.
It's the Vamptashians.
Let's hope not. But that should be my turn, I believe.
All right.
Unless
Daedalus.
can I grant Bardic Inspiration as a bonus action?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In that case, I will give Salus a Bardic Inspiration for whatever the fuck he wants. You can do it, man!
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Daedalus, you're up.
DC 15.
Intelligence. This thing does not have intelligence. Failure!
Okay, that's 8 psychic damage because they can't dodge a shot to the brain.
Correct.
Jailus just holds out his hands, eyes glow, and this bitch starts nosebleeding. Though I don't think you'll see much over the charred flesh.
Yeah. Runny. It's runny flesh.
Alright,
I don't like that combination of words.
Well, actually,
Runny flesh.
would you allow me to throw a dart of my offhand? I mean, I could just take the bonus off, which would just be a 2. So just be a +3.
Yeah, it'll be an offhand dart.
Okay.
Just remove your bonus.
So -2, so that's a 12. Probably don't hit.
Unfortunately, that does not.
Okay, so you also just see a...
Not bad, though.
Yeah, you also just see a regular-ass throwing dart just go past this bitch's head.
And it just kind of looks at you with this kind of melting face as it's like Yeah.
But yeah,
Anything else?
that's it.
Go Bloom.
Hmm. I am simple man.
You're a simple man. What is simple plan?
Throw fire.
17 hits. Roll damage.
9.
Meaty. Okay, this bitch is looking hurt. Anything else?
I end my turn and let my friends tank until we get to the big guy.
Okay, Iepetus.
Okay, going to use cantrip. Gonna try to cast frostbite on the creature, but first I'm gonna move so that I don't potentially, like, in case of possible crit, hurt some friendos.
Smart idea. Go ahead.
Yeah. Let me just double check the range on that. 60 feet on one creature I can see, so no cones to worry about. Awesome. Gonna move 10 feet here. Actually, let's go there just in case. And yeah, so do's a frostbite. What? I think I clicked the wrong thing, didn't I?
Yeah, I don't know why that DC is 11. That's weird.
Yeah.
It's actually 16, but
Alright. It's a con save?
yes, it's a con save. DC 16.
Okay. Con save. Let's roll for con. Not really. Yeah, it's got con, but that is a pass.
Damn.
So
Alrighty.
does it take half or a full?
Um,
Also, it's only 1d6. I feel like that should be.
yeah, I think at a higher level, once I get to
You
fifth,
should
it's
have.
2d6, so
Yeah,
I
that's-
have a second one.
Yeah, that's a cantrip. So roll me a second d6. That's gonna need fix.
Gotcha. Do. Another one.
So that would be 7 altogether, half down to 3.
Let me make sure about the half. I don't know if it actually only takes half. On a failed save, the
Oh.
target takes 1d6. I don't think anything happens.
Nope. How cantrips
Yeah.
work, sadly.
All right. That's the
But
case.
she will use her bonus action to fire just a regular attack with her with her longbow.
All right. Roll me an attack.
An 18
18 hits.
for 12 piercing.
She ain't looking so hot. Anything else?
You heard her. Drop him.
Okay.
Intern for me.
All right. She's not liking how things are going. Let's see how she's going to react. And not much preservation, but she feels like being spiteful. Salus. Bitch is gonna go for a bite on you.
Okie dokie.
Does a 22 hit.
Well, sounds like it definitely does.
All right. 1 second. You'll be taking. Oh, thank God that did not fall off. You'll be taking 8 piercing plus 6 necrotic.
All right, I am reducing my life
maximum
total
hit-
now.
Okay, your maximum hit points will be reduced by that necrotic damage.
What was the full total?
First one was 8 piercing, and this one would be 6 necrotic. The 6 necrotic, I will tell you this right now.
Okay.
It will
Got it.
last until you finish either a long rest or you are targeted by a cure ailment power of 4th order or higher, a greater restoration spell, or similar supernatural effect.
Thumbs up.
Okay, she is going to regain that much back. And she is going to make a claw attack at you, Belky. As you are the close.
Okay. It's 17 is my AC.
Yep. Nice foul. Does a 23 hit?
Is it higher than 17?
Yes.
Then I would imagine... No, it doesn't hit. Absolutely not.
Well,
no.
damn. Sucks to suck.
Okay, yeah, it hits. Go ahead.
Okay, you will be taking... kind of shit on these rolls for damage, not gonna lie. 9 slashing.
Okay. That's not bad. Alright. Is it just normal damage?
Slashing damage.
Wiley does bring up a good point. If Salad passes a con save, they would have disadvantage to hit Belky.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I gotta make the con save real quick. What was the total damage from, it was...
8 piercing, 6 necrotic.
Okay, so base 10.
Yeah, base 10.
So disadvantage to hit Belky.
Okay, never mind. Do not... Not yet. It doesn't fucking matter. They rolled the same fucking die number.
So I didn't take any damage?
No, you did take damage.
Oh, I did. Damn. Fuck.
Yeah. You took, like... You took 9 slashing. That's all. Anyways, that is this bitch's turn. Salus.
Well, it seems to me that a certain someone would very much like to die. Where is it? You're here somewhere. Steady aim.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it is what it is.
You do have Bardic Inspiration.
I do have Bardic Inspiration. What is that? It is a D6?
D6.
D8.
Oh, D8. Even better.
I believe.
No, wait.
Is you're
Should
like
be.
what? 1 level fighter, 5 levels bard?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I think that's a D8 at that level.
Here,
Yeah.
hold on. Let me do this. Here we go.
Yes, it is a
D8.
D8.
then. Yep. Roll
Yay.
me a D8. Roll me a D8. You might be able to
Give me a
hit.
reminder.
Let's go.
Ah, 20. That,
Oh
that
yeah,
doesn't
that's
hit.
hitting. Please roll damage.
I will do exactly this.
I'm kidding.
So that's 12 piercing magical, by the way, and 7 radiant.
How'd you like to do this?
I'm just gonna spear her in the mouth, and I'll just say to her, "I'd like my blood back, please."
You spear her in the mouth, and you're familiar with how some of the vampires died in the first Blade film when they got hit by that one special anti-vampiric weapon that Blade had that basically turned them into like insta-dust.
I don't remember ever watching Blade.
Really?
I missed out.
I think I did, but it's just been too long.
Well, we gotta do a movie night then.
Well,
Watch the Blade
congratulations.
series.
You basically ashed her
Yeah.
Nice.
as she is dead. And thus combat comes to an end.
Yay.
All right.
that,
After
that inspiration came in clutch.
yeah, that was a really good inspiration, and Salus is just going to rub his neck. It's like, it stings. Let me put some of this back in me, and he's going to pop a greater healing pot.
Wait. I'm gonna like stop his hand. Do you want me to heal you instead? Because those might come in clutch.
So will your spells. We've got a few potions on me. I can spare one.
All right. Are you good?
Not the best, but we'll see how good I am after this.
Do you need a
This
remove
might do it
curse?
for me. Honestly, it wasn't that bad. I'd save it for sweet.
Fair enough.
Now our problem is finding out how do we get out of this room and into the room we need to get into.
Oh, that is 18 for healing. I love it.
Well, we're out of combat, shouldn't
You're
it
out
be
of
full?
combat, so that would be max. However,
Yeah.
something I do need to bring up.
Hmm.
CG,
Yeah.
out of that 20, how much damage did you take in total, if you don't mind me inquiring?
I'm with the health reduction. I have 45 max health. I'm currently sitting at 21. So I wouldn't pass my maximum.
So the 45 is your is your current maximum right now?
Yes.
Okay. That's fine. You will recover your 20.
Yep.
On the note of the earlier remove curse, shouldn't all of us have, or not all of us, I actually no, possibly, because Daedalus gave at least me a scroll of remove curse.
I gave
so
everyone that. Yes,
Yeah.
Daedalus.
Yeah.
Daedalus's trauma
Mhm.
from the bone gorgon runs deep. He made sure everyone had one.
Yeah, but above game, my health was reduced by 6. Not really worth a remove
Yeah.
curse.
Oh,
Also,
I did.
what
I just
level
didn't
is
know if you were
remove
dealing
curse?
with vampirism.
Oh no, fair enough. No, that has a different trigger. We'll just say that.
Yeah, but I was just asking, how much, at what level is a remove curse?
Level 3, I believe.
I'm gonna give you this above game. That won't fix it.
Oh,
I figured, but that
so
was
kind.
Daedalus asking because he doesn't know how vampirism works. He only knows how to kill a vampire, and that's it.
All good, all good. But yeah, currently the fight is over. You guys are currently now in an empty room of dead air and deader vamps.
I run this bitch's pockets.
You dig through sand.
It would
fu-
not be in Dare if he didn't.
True.
You find 3 gold pieces. This bitch was
Damn.
not carrying a whole lot. This bitch was broke.
I was low key. I was expecting her to have the key to the door where Daedalus is standing.
Which
Nope.
Speaking of dust, can I collect like her dust in like a vial? Because vampire dust is a component in spells, much like Skyrim.
You can.
Awesome.
I would also say Daedalus just turns back to the wall. He was supposed to be checking with detect magic when we were attacked.
Does detect magic work on inert objects?
If there is magic on it that is... Let me put it this way. Unless the magic was behind the wall, he wouldn't be able to see it. If the magic is on the wall, he sees it.
It would be engraved. I will say for this, you would get... Give me a second, I'm just trying to remember how this would be. You would get... What did this be? Conjuration magic.
Oh.
Very inert conjuration magic.
He just turns back. It's not a door. They paved over the door. It's a teleportation thing.
Oh, how do we access it then?
He'll say, everyone get comfortable for 10 minutes, as he just prepares the ritual cast Identify.
If I may, how about no? Y'all said that this just kind of, if it's conjuration, you said, right?
Yep.
So this was probably just put here not too long ago. Bar our path. It'd be safe to assume that this is probably just base rock at this point that we need to smash through. Anyone got a way to get through it?
I look to Goldblum. Big guy?
Can I be loud?
I don't think anybody's gonna hold it against you if you're a little noisy.
Casually looks at shotgun.
Meanwhile, we're preparing ye olde breaching charge.
Iapetus is actually gonna look around the room to essentially do what she did earlier, look for things that are invisible. Because if Salas heard voices earlier, if she said something, who was she saying it to?
I mean, there were 2 skeleton guards, but I will make note of this. Silas, have you informed your friends of... You've informed your friends of the cargo, right?
I have, yes.
Alright.
Of the what?
Cargo.
There's crates underneath these cloths and rugs and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
They have locks on them.
Crates have locks on them. Shall we be nosy and pop some open?
Oh no, you don't.
What?
Sal's pulls out a rapier. Let's not forget what happened when we ran into the last crates that we've seen.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Do you want to stab all of them?
Yeah, anyone that
Okay.
we'll want to look into.
Alright, then get to stabbing, my guy.
I will attempt to stab the tops of the crates to try and trigger a potential mimic attack.
You will stab each and every one of them. No need to roll. Nothing.
Well, nothing with a toothy grin here. Go for it.
Can I investigate the various locks to determine if any of them are trapped?
By all means.
24.
They do not seem to be trapped. However, they are triple locked, meaning that they have a 3-key system, or basically a singular key that works up to 3 points within the lock. So it'll take a little bit for your lock picking.
Are they like padlocks, or are they locks inside of the...
Padlocks, but it looked like reinforced padlocks. So they're a little bit higher on the DC. You could pick it. It's just a little bit more difficult.
Uh-huh. What kind of material do they look like they're made out of?
It looks to be around like a little bit of reinforced steel.
Mm-hmm. With my knowledge of how much I use acid, can I make an intelligence check to determine what would happen if I just, say, pour acid into the keyholes?
I'd say roll me an intelligence, yeah.
Haha, nat 2025.
A strong enough acid could eat through this thing. In fact, you think about it, a strong enough acid could act if you applied it not on the keyholes, but up where the lock mechanism like connects into itself. You probably could melt this thing like off, and just maybe like slide it off, or unhook it, so to speak.
So while they're messing with that, I'm pulling out a mesh baggie, just with a bunch of vials of acid in it. I'm gonna take my time with this.
I mean, we've seen your yieldy payload before.
I'm going
Alright.
to.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna help if needed. I'll just be on hand in case you want help with these locks.
If you're pouring acid, do not worry about it.
Okay.
And there you acid burn these locks off. You now have unlocked crates you can open up.
And I go ahead, I make sure to take the dodge action, and I will open up the first crate.
You open up the crates. Inside is a lot of packaging. A lot of paper packaging. Kind of like obscuring whatever's inside.
Like a kid on Christmas Day, that paper is just getting flung everywhere.
You fling the paper.
Is there anything... Pussycat, hold up. Is there anything written on those? What the hell are you doing?
It's basically packaging paper. Like, like stuffing that you would put
It's
into
Amazon package paper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Belky doesn't know. That's like, wait, what are you doing? Wait.
whatever's in here, it's valuable enough that they're protecting it from being bumped and broken in transit.
Well, okay. No, I can't.
You take and you start ripping through the packaging to kind of look. And there you feel metal. Cylindrical metal. As you rip more, you see a metal rod. Small, could easily be held in one hand. With a wicked-looking, like, metal skull attached at the top. It would be like a one-handed staff. Or one-handed rod.
Oh no.
Does it look familiar?
Yeah, they're making duplicates.
Belky,
Yeah?
it looks nearly identical to your dad's.
You mean my uncle's?
Your uncle's, my apologies.
I was gonna say, Dad's got a
Yeah,
got
your
a
dad has the
guitar.
guitar. Dad has guitar. This is your uncle, except it's only a skull topped on one end, not the other.
Yeah, that thing, destroy it. All of these things, we're gonna need to destroy them. If these fall into the wrong hands, we are in deep shit. Especially if they work.
And there.
Yeah.
Do you look to see how many's in there?
Sure.
Roll me. You know what? No, you don't even have to roll me. There looks to be tens of dozens.
No bueno.
And that's just in one crate.
Dales just goes, "Can I get 10 minutes?"
I don't think we have 10 minutes. We need to figure... How about this? You take 10 minutes while we try and figure out how to open up the door. How's that?
That's fine. I just
Can I
want to
clap the door now?
Yeah. Poor Goldblum has just been sitting there.
Go for it, big guy!
Well, hearing that.
Fuck you.
You use thunderclap of your ass cheeks!
Cow!
The stone bursts, revealing more stone.
What?
You basically blow a chunk of stone off of this wall.
This might take a while.
Why don't we try the wall where we know the lab is? Why don't you hit that wall, man?
Go to that wall and clap that one. Assuming this one.
Mm-hmm.
More stone.
Clap.
Yeah. More
Housekeeping.
stone.
How thick is this wall?
Thicker than a snicker.
I mean, can I assist with my axe?
Wait, guys.
Yeah? What?
Did someone say that over here on that wall that there was something that looked like maybe writing or glyphs for teleportation or something? But it wasn't like working?
I don't know if it's there anymore, fam.
Well, no. My point is, maybe what we saw through the vent, maybe they were teleporting into it
Maybe.
so that only certain people could get in and out?
Well, yeah, but walls can only be so thick, so if we keep bashing, we'll get there eventually.
Yeah, we could potentially destroy anything on the other side, though.
That would be a good thing.
May I offer something?
Yeah.
Sure.
As a DM? Would one of you like to expend an inspiration die to get a hint?
I will happily use either the birthday one that you gave us, or if I got one for the intro, I will use it for the intro. Or use it from the intro.
Mark off one die.
Roger that. Inspiration from earlier today goes bye-bye.
Iapetus, you're smart. You think about it and you go, what if that vent... You think about it and you're like, your brother looked through that vent and saw there was a lab in there. What if that vent is the entrance?
Oh my fucking god.
Were we gonna
And
get
it
there
just-
to do enlarge reduce again?
Especially considering the fact that you're dealing with a vampire. Vampires are known to shift forms.
Oh, that makes sense.
Motherfucker.
Because my brain earlier, when I asked about the size of the vent, I was like, okay, so we can't, like, sneak through the vent. Okay, noted. So I did. Oh, motherfucker. Alright. Guys, I think we need
Yeah.
to go back to the vent. I think that's our entrance.
Yeah, but it's so tiny. We can't fit through there.
We can't. But if Sweet has skills similar to other vampires, then from what one of my friends told me, it's possible for them to shapeshift much like how I can, only into possibly something smaller.
Oh, like fucking bats. Alright. Okay. Hey, pussycat.
Be careful going back. All the noise we made, there's a good chance someone heard us.
Oh,
What's
I'm sure
up?
they have. Do you still have another enlarge reduce on you?
I've got enough for one more.
Awesome. We may need you to make a hole a little bit bigger.
Let's see about if maybe we can blast at the weakness of the vent first.
I mean,
I'm not against the idea of shrinking someone and sending them in size, don't get me wrong. But if that were the case, they might just be in there alone. Know what I
hold
mean?
on. Yeah, but I have an idea. Right? Go with me on this, Sully. I'm not stupid all the time. So, clearly, shut the fuck up, DM. I hear you laughing. Anyway, if we set up some kind of explosion in here while we are getting ready to sneak into the vent, I figure enlarge reduce will be quiet enough that we can probably sneak in. We want them to think that we're still in here. Can we set up some kind of like chain reaction maybe? Listen, all of these weapons are super dangerous. Exploding magic really bad. So, why not set off, if these things are so fragile, blow up the fucking these things.
Hmm.
What do you say? You down?
So you want, just to make sure I'm clear. You want to use one of the fakes to cause an explosion as a distraction while someone else sneaks in.
No. So, I want a delayed explosion and all of us get to safety in the vent, and have Pussycat enlarge reduce the vent so we can get in more easily.
Hmm.
Does that make sense?
A reminder. This
Yeah?
vent hole, I realize now I should have clarified. It's as big as a fucking drain. Like, a shower drain.
You said it was a PS2
Yeah,
size.
my apologies. It's
Okay.
basically shower drain.
Because you went from the size of an iPhone to a PlayStation. That's pretty big.
Well, I'm talking like an iPhone, like, height and length. Well, height if it's standing, length as in you turn it on its side. Like, kind
Okay.
of the circumference of an iPhone.
It does. Okay. But yeah, he can cast enlarge reduce on the pipe. Right?
Yeah, I mean, but the thing of it is, who's tiny enough to get the in?
No, make it bigger, dingus!
Uh-huh.
I think what Frost is saying is that even if we enlarge it, it's not going to be big enough for us to get in.
Why not?
Because it only goes up one size category. If this thing is tiny, it'll only go up to
Medium.
Small.
Tiny, small, medium, large.
Fine, then we'll just, I don't know, we'll thunderclap it or something like that. I don't know.
Get Goldblum's cheeks.
Yeah, instead of wasting spells in here, we set off some big explosions, set off all this shit, and then we break down the vent to get in, because that seems where it's thinnest at the very least.
I think I agree with that one.
Okay.
I do think that attacking the weak point is probably a good idea.
Does anyone have, like, a rope or a fuse Pussycat, you make shit that goes boom. Do you have any fuses?
Let's see. I haven't made an actual factual bomb in a while, but I can take a look and see what I've got.
All right.
Meanwhile, you'll see Daedalus is still mid-chant for identify as he writes out a quick note and just goes, "These things may be inert unless they are attuned, so we have to figure that out first."
Don't attune to these, whatever you do. These things are evil.
He's just writing back down the piece of paper, "I'm not. I just want to know what they do so we can protect ourselves against them."
If we're blowing them up, we don't need to worry about it.
He's just
Let's.
going to write again.
Sorry, go
They
ahead.
probably have at least one other person wielding one. We probably want to know what they can do to us.
It's the staff.
It's
The
a
actual
weakened-
factual staff.
It's a weakened version of
Yeah.
the staff. It's a watered down carbon copy.
Yeah. So let me put it to you this way, Specs. It has soul fire. If that thing kills you, you are gone.
He will then still write down, "We don't know what other things it will do besides that."
Oh my god.
Powerful
bro.
magic items do multiple things.
I know they do multiple things. Just listen. Things you don't want to worry about. That's a whole other. Let's just blow it up, yeah?
I don't think we should explode soul fire.
No. These
vent.
things should not be soul fire.
Let's leave them for now.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Alright.
No. Allow me.
Okay.
Let's leave the stabs for now. They're gonna be destroyed anyways. The priority is sweet. So like dangerous is the R. We have to assume Sweet has the original, and we can go off of the idea of the original first.
Okay.
If I were to hazard a guess, Sweet and his bound celestial going to probably be the main danger of it, because if Sweet were handing out these weapons to any of his gods, gestures to the pile of ash. Certainly got plenty to spare. I think it's probably
But-
safe to assume that we're not going to run into any fakes.
Yeah.
Probably just the main article.
That's a fair point. On that note, I might have a way to get into the vent. If we enlarge reduce it, it would only get a little bit bigger. Shit. If if I shift, I'll be medium, but there is a chance that I can be made smaller. But I'd only get to about maybe the size of like a rat or a squirrel. I don't know if that would be enough to fit into the vent.
I mean, if that's the case, like,
But I could
Rocksteady
do
here
it.
can go with you. He's a druid.
Why don't we just
Ab-
send one of your familiars in to take a look and see what's going on first?
Sounds good.
I've considered that as well. Possibly, like, I could summon my sprite friend from before. I imagine they would be small enough to at least get into the vent.
Yeah. Think so?
I can only do that a couple times though, so hopefully it just doesn't get picked off as soon as it, I guess, gets in there. But I could do that.
I've got the bat ball.
So what's the game plan, folks?
Unless we're exploding them right now, I say we just throw a familiar in, scout, and then see if we can use it to find a way inside.
Okay. I'm all right with summoning someone. It'll just use one of my level 3s, but I am fine with
Oh.
that as long as everyone else is fine with that.
No, I'll just use my familiar.
Okay.
Like, it's, yeah. So I will press the button, turn the ball into a bat, and give it the instructions.
Hey, Belky.
Yeah.
You press the button, nothing's happening.
What do you mean?
I think you forgot how that thing activates.
What?
You need a
What do you mean?
gemstone to put into it.
I need a yeah. I never took it out.
It consumes it.
Oh. Hey, Rocksteady.
Yeah.
Do you have a gemstone on you, by chance?
I seem to have above game 50 gold piece worth gems. I don't even know. I have 5 of them. I didn't really explain what that
Oh,
what that
Okay.
is.
I still have dragon horde gems, so I mean,
I
Just
mean,
feed
I have
a
dragon
gemstone into
hearts.
this.
Oh, hey. Oh no, wait. Goldblum's got it.
Okay.
I'll
Goldblum.
hand over one of those, I guess.
Okay.
Hand over
I'll-
a gemstone.
I'll pay you back, man. And I will put gemstone in the thing. Nobody told me it consumed them.
I told you.
Okay, well I don't recall. But yeah, I will put it in the bit.
You insert it into the one opening, you press the button, the opening shuts. As the gemstone is consumed, this thing opens up and turns into... What form would you like it?
Well, flying's pretty good, so it can be a little more maneuverable. Yeah, let's go with a bat. At least it's plausible there would be a bat in here.
Okay. It'll become a category size small bat. Or tiny bat. Small, tiny. I forget what size bats are.
Yes. A bit. Okay. I will tell it to go through the vent and scout the area, and I am going to place a hand on Salus's shoulder, close my eyes, and see through the familiar's eyes. All right, everybody. Huh?
Oh, alright.
Okay. I was gonna tell everybody. So I won't be able to see or hear anything for a minute, but I'll relay what I see.
Nods.
Alright. Belky, you bond with this little mechanical familiar, and as it goes in, flying around, the further it goes in, the more the connection's kind of getting strained, as you are reaching pretty far in. But you do manage to make it towards that vent. But you're basically on, like, 1 bar of connectivity.
Okay. Then I'll tell Salus, hey, can we get closer to the vent?
Salas will take Belky's hands,
Okay.
start pulling along.
Okay. I will increase the reception.
Your reception is increased. You're now at least at 2.5 bars.
Alright.
As you reach the vent, you are considered category size tiny.
Okay.
You have little mecha bats squeeze in, and it's difficult because there's some scraping. You do manage to fit through.
Okay. I nudge Salus a little bit farther, man. Though I'm pretty sure it's over 60 feet for, like, your familiar, so I should be fine.
You fly in. What you notice inside is a whole bunch of lab equipment, from alchemy sets to what appears to be some kits, a whole lot of books, what appears to be some weapons racks, a personal seat, really nice looking chair, what appears to be an orb on a table that has some smoky, like, texture to its insides,
Mm-hmm.
a coffin,
Okay.
and just a whole bunch of other things. Just
'Kay.
basic random assortments, and as well as a few bottles with what appears to be red liquid in. You could either guess it as wine or blood.
Okay. Is there any people in here?
nobody. In
Okay.
fact, I'll actually. You know what? Yeah, because you'd be a bat inside here, I'll actually give you a layout of this room. That is what you will see.
Thank you. Alright. Then I will tell Salus the room's not big enough for what it should be. There's gotta be a door or something. I see a coffin, which probably has sweet inside. I don't think there's any way that I can lock said coffin with my bat. Bottles with either wine or blood. My guess is blood. Hey, DM, do I see the staff?
No, you don't.
He's probably got the staff in the coffin.
Wonderful.
Let's see. Huh. Anything else? What's making it so cold?
You don't know. The fact that this is just cold. You know what? I'll do you a favor. Roll me
What?
either a history or arcana.
Alright, let's see what Belky has. History is a 4. Arcana is also 4. Let's go with Arcana. 18!
18. You think about it. This is a lair of vampires.
Mm-hmm.
You know that certain creatures are able to affect their terrain. Your guess? That's probably bad guy central, so more than noted. Probably just because they've been around here long enough, they've affected the terrain.
So, being a vampire has made it cold?
Being a vampire can affect your local surroundings.
Interesting.
This is true.
Okay. I'm gonna tell the bat to, like, cling to the ceiling and wait there for a second.
Okay. It'll wait there.
I'm gonna no
Zip
longer
back.
disassociate. Alright, so it looks like they've got a scrying orb in there. No idea what that's attached to. We could set a fire in there, possibly. I think the cold is coming from sweet.
I have an idea.
What's your idea?
Do you think if we could get confirmation that Sweet is in there, I have a mean thought.
I mean,
Well, actually, I can't say that because I don't know. I do not know exactly. I don't think I know if Daedalus took this or has it on his person. I should say.
I do want to state, I don't know for sure that it's a scrying orb, but unless he likes to generally ponder orbs, that's what I'm going to guess it is.
Can you see a lever or something? Maybe open a door from that side,
A
or
lever?
there's another area to open up.
I mean, if it's teleportation magic, I don't fucking know, man. Okay, so I'm gonna go back in. Is there any kind of, like, sigil for teleporting in, or, like, lever to open a door to, like, from the
I would need an
wall?
active investigation check from you through your bat.
Okay. 17!
A 17. As you have this bat scan around and look, it doesn't look like there's anything hidden. Doesn't look like there's a teleportation in there.
Hey,
Okay.
Frost,
Mm-hmm.
just a curious thought. The cold that we felt coming out of that vent, it didn't occur to me earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Did it feel similar or remind us of that dead-looking cold patch that was outside of Madame Pinas's house?
A little bit similar.
Noted.
I'll say by this point in time, It's been enough time. Daedalus, your thing would have gone completely through.
Okay.
And what you will get is this. To put it as bluntly as possible, these items, though inert, give off a rating similar to that of what... Bring up, Identify, you said?
Yep. He identifies it, so he knows everything that it can do.
Bring up Identify just as a...
Yeah,
I just wanted to read it myself for a quick second.
Yeah, one second, just gotta get my sheet back up.
Oh, good.
Where? Oh, yeah, it's that high on the sheet, okay. There you are.
Okay. What you get back is, for all intents and purposes, I will apologize for how this comes out. It's a little weird.
Mhm.
These things are basically what would be neutered stabs of power. They're not plus... Basically, they would be like +1 stabs of power. Instead of being 20 charges, it would be 10, with the ability to regain 1d6 + 4 charges daily at dawn. They give a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls. When you hit, you can expend 1 charge to deal an additional 1d6, or not, 1d4 force damage. The spells that are contained within these stabs are as follows: Fireball, Ray of Enfeeblement, Magic Missile, Wall of Force. And no, scratch that, not Wall of Force, Wall of Death, as well as Levitate. What you do know also is that these things can be broken, and if they are to be broken, it could release a powerful magic explosion.
Does
that
it say
goes up to 30 feet.
now? No, Daedalus knowing specifically about these kind of like wands, rods, because they're typical wizard stuff. Would he know if they have to be broken in the traditional way, which is very dangerous?
It required them to be active.
Okay, and I'm going to assume
They are
active requires
inert.
it. I would assume that they require attunement to become uninert.
They require attunement to become active. But basically, you can only assume that just from the amount that Ender looked at, that each of these crates are filled with dozens of these things.
He's just going to turn to and dare toss this thing, like, just flippantly back into the thing. Well, unless we want to attune to one of these things to turn it into a bomb, you're going to need a lot of gunpowder. And even then, the chances of actually destroying them or using their explosive properties is little to none.
I imagine it's more about getting it out of the streets than anything else.
Oh yeah, no, I'm all for destroying them, but also, I don't know what the spell Wall of Death is, but anyone who's holding it can do that. So, yeah, that and Fireball. The rest are basically low-level wizard stuff.
It's low level, but it's enough charges to basically cause this. It could basically take a simple cultist,
Yeah,
and it could definitely power them up to
Yeah.
pretty much a moderate level wizard's capability.
which is why definitely Sweet took the staff, because I think he's a lower-level wizard and a higher-level vampire. But yeah, he's basically just saying, so if we're going to destroy them, we're going to have to basically make a day of it. We'd probably be better off seeing if there's anything around here that's explosive and volatile to try to destroy them if we wanted to.
So do you think it's a good idea to take the time, since I've got a handy haversack, basically take everything so that it's not here anymore?
Daedalus will wait. Can Daedalus approximate the weight of these objects because he knows the limits of a haversack?
To be blunt, considering they're like kind of rod rod staffs, like simplistic. This thing would probably be like maybe a couple pounds.
Okay, and so we probably got less than 100, but way, way above 50.
Yeah.
Okay, he'd be like, "Yep, I'll help you start tilting them in." And that's just what we'll probably be doing if anyone else wants to go.
What if we found a way to set off an explosion in both places? So, obviously not with us in it, but for these rods, and also something that's rolled into where we can only presume Sweet either is or would be. So that way we don't have to necessarily fight on his turf, if that makes sense. So like how before we're out, guess we're out of them because I don't think Daedalus has anymore. But Lucy at one point had grenades. I know we're out of them now, but if we could find something small enough to roll through that vent, we wouldn't have to fight in their space.
I think we have to have everyone come back together so we can know all of the information about the room and consolidate what we have to try to get into it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. So I said that thinking that that like Belky and Salas and Goldblum had relayed that information when they came back the first time. My bad.
Let's
I mean, we
let's
can do that.
reconvene in the room.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah, I'll
sorry.
leave Bat sitting on the ceiling.
The only
'Cause
thing that I can think of above game is the stairwell has a password to activate the teleportation circle.
I'm reading Frost's messages.
Yeah.
Sorry, Bob. I heard you. Um, so that's kind of my thought. Like either A, there's something to teleport into that room, or B, we find a way to bring them out to us so that we don't have to deal with lair shit potentially.
Above game, Daedalus, if we had something that we could actually explode, and once he knows the information of where the coffin is in the room, the walls surrounding the pipe are way less thick. Again, I would very much like just put a breach and clear right by that coffin, fuck his day up, and make him come fight us out here.
I would mention that there is no sign of the room of a teleportation circle in the room that he's in. So there is that.
Yeah, he probably just turns into like mist or some shit and just gets in there.
Yeah.
Above game, that's probably his safe room. If like something fucking happens to him, he probably retreats there.
Yeah. So who fucking knows, my guy?
But yeah.
We could douse his he might not even be in there, but we could douse his coffin in fire and light that bitch on douse his coffin in oil and light that bitch on fire.
We gotta
Like
get
that.
him there first.
So like that's basically what I'm thinking about, where it's kind of like this is above game like Dracula brain in my head, but the idea of like cleansing the earth, so to speak. If there's a way to roll, toss, yeet, whatever something into that space, then hypothetically it would at least either A, if he's there, force him to leave it, or B, if he's not, he can't go back to it.
I have a really I have a
Fucking
really destructive
Frost!
I have a really destructive idea, but the problem is that we need to know if Sweet was in there in order for it to be even close to remotely worthwhile.
Yeah.
Is there that we could figure out if he's in there potentially if there's something that, and this would probably be traumatic for Lucy, this is something that would require him to remember if he's consistently seen a very particular item on Sweet in both instances. If so, would a detect object work on a specific item and therefore determine where he is in the facility?
I mean, he could literally just do that on the staff, but the problem is locate objects not a ritual spell, and he didn't prepare it.
Completely understandable.
An offer is available for you all.
I'm
Look-
just laughing cross at you, like fucking with the popcorn bucket over there.
I would love to
Which
take
is
you
funny
up on
because
it.
I actually have popcorn.
I have one more inspiration, and that's the birthday one. But I was hoping to save one of those for a possible Hail Mary in fight. But if no one else has one for this instance,
I
I'm
have
willing to
one.
use it.
Oh.
Wiley, would you like to expend a 1 inspiration die?
Yeah, what else am I going to use it on, realistically?
Okay. You will get this message from God. I will say this right now, your best bet is breach and clear that vent. Just blow it to pieces and enter in Siege 6 style. As far as these rods, either start dumping them all in that bag, or just find a way to basically get rid of them.
Oh, we're already doing that.
Yeah.
Like, while the party is having that conversation, Daedalus and Endare are just shoving these rods into a bag.
Yeah, Daedalus is using
There's
what
a-
little strength he has to lift, just to tilt these boxes into the haversack. Or actually, no, he would switch spots and have Endare do the heavy lifting because wizard arms.
Mm-hmm.
And hold the sack so they all tumble in, and Daedalus is like, okay, I add destroying 75 horrible items that I hate to my list of things I do in the hideout now.
Where was the vent again? Like, over here, or...?
Allow me to ping this for you.
Oh, there.
I guess the one thing I'm trying to do is avoid fighting in that space.
Honestly, I think it's inevitable at this point. He's not going to come out here, not unless we give him a reason. We shouldn't probably go in there.
Even if we kick his ass, he'll just go in there.
True.
Unless we quote consecrate it. So like if we blow open that vent and then yeet shit in there, that could force him to come out.
That's a very high-level cleric spell.
We also need to... We still don't
Huh?
actually know if he's in there is the thing, but we should probably still get in there as is.
Sorry, my huh wasn't to you, CG. I apologize. It was to the cleric spell mentioned?
It is.
Hello.
Hello
It's
is a
level
very
5.
high level spell.
Oh, I
Probably a spell for it if it exists.
didn't even know that's what was being referred to. I was just referring to yeeting something in there like I don't like splashing a coffin with
That
holy
coffin
water or
is
some
close,
shit.
by the way.
Yeah.
You actually eating popcorn?
Yeah.
Alright, let's go figure out how we're gonna bust this fucking vent.
Okay. Please move y'all tokens. Wiley, you're in the perfect spot to blow.
One shot, don't miss your chance.
I would need space. I would need I need 5 feet of space, unless you want to get hurt.
Stands around corner.
You better lose yourself in the music and in the moment.
Though I will say, since we're doing this, Dales is actually going to cast another spell for, like, actually this time. Because he's preparing to fuck over Sweet.
What you casting there, buddy?
He's casting invisibility on himself.
Neat.
Hey, Frost there, buddy.
What's up, buddy?
I armed the device.
Ah!
I don't set a timer yet, but I armed the device.
Noted.
Everyone's ready.
Hmm.
It does make a very loud boom, audible 100 feet away.
as the clap of your hands, your cheeks, your pecs, and your thunder goes off, you blow open a hole clean into this. Weirdly enough, the noise isn't too loud as it enters into this. It's not completely muffled, there's still a whoop, 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 whoop. But you are now able to enter into this room.
Get your weapons ready if he's in the coffin.
Gets weapon ready.
Yup.
Actually, that I'm going to dip it in the scorpion venom, so that's 2 charges down.
Okay.
Okay.
You are all free to move in. For those of you wanting to know where the coffin is, please look to your right here. Alright, if I can have you all move your tokens.
there any, like, door? I guess there wouldn't be any doors here, would there? Probably a vent.
Actually, I can reveal this to you as you are now within. There's a beautiful cutout of what appears to be a faux window displaying what would be a beautiful small little farm. In the summertime. It looks like it's basically like a moving image.
Wait a second. Oh. Daedalus is going to use his focused multitasker ability to concentrate on 2 spells for 1 quick second as he looks at that moving picture. Do-do-do. Where are you? There you are. Please tell me that doesn't have conjuration on it.
No. Illusion.
Oh, Daedalus let out a sigh and then stop concentrating so he doesn't lose concentration on illusion. He really thought that Sweet had a second hidey hole.
No, it just looks like it's a living image of what appears to be a nice summer home. A nice little farmhouse out in some nice farmland.
Oh, how sweet. He thinks he's human.
But yeah, you guys are now in. One of you's invisible, which I should probably mark. Give me a second.
I pull out an alchemy jug.
And I'm gonna start visibly looking around with the special eyes.
Okay.
Does anybody have any qualms before I start drenching this coffin in oil?
I'd like to investigate the immediate area.
To answer your question, Bob, I have no qualms. In regards to the investigations, yeah, basically I'm looking for invisible shit.
I would say please pick an area, like ping it, and tell me where you want to investigate.
Well, for one thing, I want to see this area in front of us looks like an altar. I want to make sure that it's the altar that we were tracking.
You look to it, you put the compass as it spins, but it doesn't look. But as it's spinning, it stops before it reaches that, and instead kind of bounces away from it, kind of like ping pong, like it's doing an arc sweep.
Uh-huh.
You roll me an insight.
I shall incite the object. I'll nat 1 the object.
This fucking thing's weird. I'll keep built this thing fucked up. You won your manufacturer's warranty back.
No. Honestly, this is just Salus having a Salus day. At this point, he's blaming himself over anything else.
Gonna do that. I guess it's a perception?
Roll me investigation, actually.
Roger. 8.
You got a table with lots of books, a smoky orb, and a plate that's got some really fine-looking meat on it. But it looks older.
Okay, so basically cannot determine whether or not there's anything invisible in front of her or above her.
What about the rest of y'all? I know one of you's invisible.
I'm pouring
One of you's-
oil onto this coffin.
All right.
I'm gonna get my great. I'm a hold action for my with my great axe.
How sure
Okay.
are we? It's like really obvious it's his, right?
I mean, it's a nice coffin.
I will rephrase. I'm going to hold my action until I see Sweet, whether it's from the coffin or elsewhere.
Hey, Goldblum, you remember back during orientation in the founders meeting when we saw all those portraits about the founders and the other various portraits in the hall of the alumni of the school?
You're just gonna hear Daedalus' disembodied voice next to Sal's, which might spook him. It's not one of those. I checked.
You sure you can't walk into it or maybe walk through it?
It is illusion, so possibly, but fair warning, I can't see. It doesn't tell me anything else, and I don't have time for identify.
All right. I strike a flame and I light this sucker on fire.
You light a flame, and this coffin goes up like a roaring fire. But no sound is being made coming from inside. You just hear the kindling of this wood, of this really, really nice looking teak wood coffin.
As it's burning, Indare with his shotgun out will turn, start walking, and I walk up to this painting and straight up hold my hand out. I try to walk through it.
You touch this illusionary painting, and suddenly the image changes, as it no longer showcases that, but instead showcases a frowning bat. A frowning chibi bat, I should say. And suddenly, this entire room is filled with sound of a very familiar voice going, "It seems I have intruders in my personal abode. One moment, and I will be with you shortly." As the entire room fills with light, I need to change our location. Oh, not what I wanted.
Oh!
Well,
Getting real Doom
Not what
Eternal
I
up
was
in here.
You all, in a bright flash of lights,
is that
Come
Dante
to-
from Devil May Cry? Sorry, go ahead.
you all appear in this cavernous place filled with beautiful architecture and what appears to be, well, red viscous liquid rushing around, and what appears to be a gigantic heart being held by chains down below. You look around, seeing redwood trees with this orange-red maple-ish leaves colors. Beautiful statuettes. One of a raven, some of serpents. Towards one wall, you see a mounted, like, hellhound. A celestial holding smoke and chains upon a lion. And a beautiful, beautiful looking angel weeping bloody tears. And it's at this moment smoke begins to compile up on the angel's head. As the smoke takes form into a very, very familiar asshole. One Mr. Sweet. He kind of looks at all of you, barring one of you who's currently invisible at this time, which allow me to put on a quick thing. Ninja. So you will be considered invisible at this current point, Daedalus. Giving you that heads up.
Danke.
Sweet! As you all look upon his dickish visage, you don't see the normal prim proper. You see a version more haggard, bruised. Some holes in the clothing. Like he just got out of a really bad bar fight. Holding a very wicked staff. And he just looks at you all and goes, "Ah. So y'all decided to come for me. Oh, goody. I see you're -1. That's fine. I can work with y'all. Welcome to my lovely abode. Make yourselves at home." How y'all been?
Apparently doing better than you. Looks like you got walked away from something collapsing on you.
Unfortunately, failure of that last variety kinda nabbed me in a bit of trouble. Got roughed up pretty good. But seeing as how y'all are here, I have a chance to correct that mistake. And if I can't get back in good graces, well, at least I know I'll be able to mount a few of your heads on my wall and take a few of your hearts as my personal supplements, so to speak.
My guess is you're about to get roughed up again.
Oh, my dear, my dear. Ah. And how are you doing? How's Specs? Is he still crying like a little bitch over that dead whore?
I imagine he's dying to see you again.
Oh, I'm dying to meet him.
We'll try to leave some of you for him. No promises.
How sweet. You just are considerate. My. You really are a beautiful thing, Tussie. I think I'll keep you alive. I am in the market for a new pet.
You shut your fucking mouth.
Aww. Touching a nerve there, Miscast.
Why don't you come down there if you're so big and powerful? Seems we made a bit of a mess in your place. How about we finish what we started? And
I've
she cracks her
noticed.
knuckles.
I've noticed. A few of my little arcane eyes have gone out, and I'm noticing a very distinct lack of communication from my subordinates.
Yeah, shame about that. Anyway, and she's going to cast Eldritch Bolt at him.
Alright, roll attack.
This is more of a shut the fuck up, get down here and fight. Whether or not it's gonna hit doesn't matter. Also, if it messes up his statue, good. Where's
Well,
it
roll to hit.
Damn, I finally
yeah,
had a good line.
21! 20.
21.
I
You
think
hit
he's
him
out
in
of...
you hit him in the face.
Oh shit, okay.
Roll damage.
9, that's not... I don't think that's bad. Yeah. But it says +7, but it didn't +7.
It's
Is that to hit?
Yeah.
yeah, the +7's to hit.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
smack him
9
in the
damage.
face, and he just kind of head tilts back and kind of looks forward and goes, "Well, aren't you just a ball of fucking sunshine?" And I really gotta thank you and your family. They they know how to make a damn good weapon. As he kind of holds up the staff.
Yeah, that's not yours. Give it back.
Nah, I don't think I don't think I will. It's kind of vital to my research, you know.
Little
Man,
boys
I've
who
only
steal
got.
other people's toys find out they get punished very bad.
Oh, see, that's the thing. I'm kind of just improving upon certain things. I mean, he kind of looks at all of you and goes, You saw prototypes, probably, if I know you. These ain't up. I know they ain't all up to snuff, but definitely enough. But tell me, and be realistic, how would you like to know a little secret? All it takes is just a little please and thank you.
I'll pass, bitch boy.
Well, as a lazy tailor would say, suit yourself. And he raises the staff at all of you. And I need everyone, in a moment, to roll initiative, as I will be changing the music.
Not ideal.
I can't click on my token.
Hmm.
Ah, 23.
That's a weird
Well.
thing.
Try this.
It might be from the glitch we had last week where having to re-upload the token, so...
Oh, did you move your token?
Yeah, I grabbed an additional one, so go ahead and delete the one that you made.
Alright.
There you go. Give me 1 sec.
It delete.
Also, I'll be right
Yeah,
back.
I got my 23 back!
Yeah, I'll be right back. I think we all probably want to do at least a quick bathroom break before boss
Yeah.
fight.
Are we actually doing the whole boss fight today?
Probably not, considering.
Then, if it's just it's our normal quitting time as is, we could just call it here. do all the boss fight next time?
That's up
Yeah.
to all y'all. I'll just pause
I
the
think-
music for right now.
I think I think that would be probably the better idea.
Well,
Yeah.
if we're gonna do that,
That
at
music was
least-
fucking fire.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A preview of what is to come, my friends.
Yeah, allow me to roll something. I just need to check something right here for Monsieur Sweet. Let me do something real quick. I'll just put on, just while we're kind of having a little bit of a fun bit, I'm just gonna put a little background music. Not the epic music, but you know. Okay. Time to roll for Sweet.
While you're doing that, I'm going to add these 70 weakened rods of power to my inventory. Those will be useful later on.
Jesus H. Christ.
Yeah, I'm sure that Belky will let you.
To do what?
I mean, putting them in the bag keeps anyone else from being able to take them.
Yeah.
And means we can bring them back to the school and have the teachers destroy of them properly. I'm just saying.
Oh no, I agree. I'm just curious if Bob actually thinks Belky will let him use any of that shit.
Oh, fuck no.
I have
Use
a
it,
question
no.
Yes.
for both
No.
Take an
Belky
hour
and for
to
both
attune.
Salis.
Yeah.
Belky, what's your initiative?
23.16.
Okay, what's your dex modifier?
The 16.
That would be the 16,
3.
yes.
No, I mean like. Okay,
No,
That's
what
a
is
plus
it? Like,
3.
What's
okay.
Salus's?
4.
Oh, so you
18.
go first then.
So I'm going to need a favor from the both of you.
Uh-huh.
He matches you in your initiative. I need you guys to do me a favor and roll me a
No.
d20 to see
Well,
where
what's
he's
his
gonna go.
what's his dex number?
He's got a +5.
No, but the number.
Then he
20.
goes first.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, if he has the highest, he...
Yeah, he's got the highest. He goes first.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh, well.
so it's
That's
sweet.
the tiebreaker.
Yeah, sweet. Salus and then me.
Yeah,
okay.
So
Well, if that's the case, I'll just put him in here and put the descending.
It makes sense anyway.
yeah, player action, whatnot.
Yeah, and
Um,
while we're on that, I need to add the layer actions in.
But Salus goes before me.
Okay.
There you go.
Layer on initiative of 20.
The hell?
Okay. And I believe that is where we will be put. Alright. I will say this right now, before we do end tonight. I will allow you guys to... I'll say this right here and now. Give me just a second. I just need my one tool. I will say from here to here, here to here to here. Feel free to move your tokens anywhere within this box of where you would like to be positioned.
Will we be on the line?
I will allow on the line.
As a quick note, only because I imagine she can see her brother on the line there.
Okay. And there we go. All right. And that's it for tonight. We will return in 2 weeks' time for such sweet sufferings to occur.
All right.
Boy!
I'm really glad our fight was not going to happen in the very tiny room. My entire plan was not hinged on that size space.
Yeah, no. If that, I looked at that map and I'm like, this is not big enough for a boss fight.
That map
Let's
also.
put
That
let's
map
put
also.
this in an area where he would work in.
Yeah, and that map also fucking hates our layovers. I mean, our overlay. So half of it was not being shown.
Yeah. So let's go and take the fight into a much more open, spacious, bloody chamber. Yeah, that's it for tonight.
Sounds
Sounds
good to
good.
me.
Mm-hmm.
It also sounds like a whole bunch of us really could use the night off.
All right, who wants to go first for going around the horn?
How about one of those people who could really use the night off?
Sure. Hey guys. My name is Krista, also known as Spoilt Chestnut, and I do not exist. Do not perceive me. I am clearly just a figment of your imagination, here to play the hot fire Ganassi bard fighter who tantalizes characters on every other Saturday. But yeah, I don't do social media. I am here and then sometimes a disembodied voice in my husband's streams when he gets around to it. So, yeah, I'm gonna pass it to Wiley.
Hello, you can find me at Wiley is Willie on Twitch. I play randomizers. You can also find me on Fighting Tar's channel every other Tuesday for Ravnica. Rascals in Ravnica, that is. And every other Sunday, Helix Sucks and I play co-op randomizer. You can find my music and stuff on Ko-Fi and YouTube. That is me, CG. Where can we not find you?
You can find me nowhere because I don't much care for social media, but you can find me on that very same Fighting Tarts channel. The main thing on that channel is War of the Shattered Sun, which is tomorrow, and for the next few weeks, the rest of this month, you can find me there on next Saturday, and then 3 weeks from now for Shem Shem's bedtime rhyme, full of landmines, we'll say. And that's pretty much it. I'll pass it on over to Zai.
Hello, friends. You can find me here and on Instagram at ZymeSite, basically everywhere else at Zyme or Zyminess. I have a card if it helps, and that's basically just zyme.card.co. Uh, Playing Final Fantasy on Tuesdays. Might be playing some Wilds this coming week as well. Usually would be fighting games and beat 'em ups this Friday, but it's my birthmas, and I don't know what I'm doing yet. So I will keep everyone posted. And of course, you can also find me here on Vaughn's channel every other Saturday. Yeah, that's basically it for the me's. Bobert, it is you.
Greetings and salutations. I'm Shadow Dancer Bob. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Blue Sky, so on and so forth at Shadow Dancer Bob. We got Maelstrom coming up probably tomorrow, maybe, depending on what's going on. I'm not streaming a whole lot due to 2K25 and the testing coming out. That's about it for me. Whoever has not gone next, feel free to go now.
I think it's Frost and Vaughn.
I'll take it. Hey everyone, Twitch, Twitter, JFrost747. Find me at most places that CG basically just said. For tomorrow, will be War of the Shattered Sun, fighting a wizard asshole. Gonna go kick his ass. Put him in the fuck box. Besides that, just hanging out, just relaxing, just having a good time, Yeah, find me at every other place. Vaughn.
Hi, you've already found me here at twitch.tv/BurnoutVaughn. You can find me on Blue Sky and YouTube at Burnout Vaughn, Patreon, Burnout's Bar. We've only got 2 streams coming up for the next whole week, and one's tomorrow. Those who wander, where there's going to be a whole lot of party drama going on because we just lost our nominal leader and pretty much the rock of the party, which is hilarious because our rock was Flubber. But stay tuned for that. On next Saturday, we have No Love War Extra, where we're doing more of the devil, and we're about to start debating the legality of defending a dead man. So that'll be fun. But with that out of the way, we're gonna raid our good buddy, who we will see tomorrow, one Skeleton Alpha. And what should our raid message be?
I thought I had one, but it wasn't quippy enough.
The best I have is something something Devil May Cry.
No. It's how about Sweet Showdowns?
Sweet Showdowns, that sounds good. All right. Thank you all for coming out. We'll see you again in 2 weeks' time for our big boss battle. We love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.